Yeah? Go what? Live? Okay. Today marks the 4th day of the Moroccan Gaming Expo, live from the Sports Palace in Rabat, Morocco. Welcome everyone to the 2nd day of EAFC that we're hosting here as well, where the local players are having the first time of an experience to go up against some of the best names on the international scene. I'm your host Ginny here for your English broadcast, and for the Arabic side of things we have...
وميزان. Thank you so much. سيداتي سادتي، مرحبا بالجمهور الكريم. تصفيقات حارة لكم للحضور ديالكم في اليوم الرابع من بطولة موروكو جيمنج اكسبو 2025. كما قالت جيني، اليوم عندنا لعبة اي اف سي كوارد فاينل مهمة وكبيرة ومشوقة اللي غادي يكون حاضرين فيها 8 من أبرز اللاعبين في اللعبة، أبطال عالميين وأبطال مغاربة غادي يكونوا هنايا باش يديو لقب ديال موروكو جيمنج اكسبو 2025.
To put it all into perspective, 10 players were here yesterday, split over 2 groups, playing a round robin. The top 4 advanced to the quarterfinals that we're going to be looking at today, with the winners of those going into the semifinals, and later today, the top 2 will battle it out in the finals for the lion's share of the €10,000 prize pool. Without further ado, I know everybody has been waiting for the players, so we're ready to introduce them. But before I do that, I want to feel the energy of you guys here. So, when I introduce the player, I would like for you guys to make some noise. So I'm going to count to 3, and then everybody starts clapping. 1, 2, 3. More, louder, 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 okay? Nice. Keep this energy for every single one of the players. رحبوا باللاعبين اللي ماشي من المغرب وبالمغاربة. Keep the same energy. Let's get it started with the first game that we're going to be looking at is going to be Bashur against Hassan, but they also require a little bit of an introduction, especially when it comes to Bashur. This is one of the most titled or decorated players that we have here in EAFC, winning the World Cup 2023 and 2022, but also yesterday getting the most points in Group A. So everybody, let's hear it for Bashur! Hello, welcome back to the stage. A long day yesterday, 4 games that you had to play when it comes to the group stage. You came out on top. So heading into your game today against Hassan, how are you feeling?
Yeah, it's going to be a new challenge, of course. Yesterday gave good confidence to continue today, and let's see what we can do.
All right, well, I'm going to let you go to your station. Good luck.
والآن مع اللاعب الذي سيلعب مع اللاعب باشور ستكون مقابلة مهمة بالنسبة ليه، لأنه تمكن من يتأهل من الإقصائيات اللي كانت البدايات ديالها هذه شهرين، والآن كيحضر معنا في الربع النهائي لاعب فريق MGE إسبور ولاعب بطل من أبطال هذه اللعبة رغم صغر السن ديالو. تصفيقات حارة لحسن رايت. سي حسن، شوف دزتي من الاحصائيات، دزتي من الجروبات واخا بنقطه واحده، ولكن شوف
10 نقاط.
يلا كنتي تقولها 10 نقاط. مي بغينا شي مفاجاه اليوم وخاصك تكون مستعد.
اليوم عندي ماتش صعيب بزاف مع باشور وورلد تشامبيون، ولكن ام غانا دو ما بيست باش نربحوا ان شاء الله وندوز للسيمي فينال.
ان شاء الله. جود لك حسن رايت. جود لك الفريق اللي ام دي جي اس سبور، فريق اللي رائع جدا.
That is the first matchup that we have for the quarterfinals. The second one is going to be Sharif against Tex. And once again, they're going to require a little bit of an introduction. So Tex actually ended up coming second in Group B, but he has a lot of international and national recognition, so I'm sure today he's going to bounce right back. Everybody, let's hear it for Tex! Hello, welcome. I mean, some people are actually clapping. I think I heard some booing as well. What would you like to say to the people that are doubting you?
No, I hope I win. It's going to be a big game. Obviously, Sharif's got a lot of supporters, so hopefully I can play better and win the game. Sorry, guys.
Okay, well, good luck with that as well. See ya.
يعتذر تيكس، ولكن عارف علاش كيعتذر؟ لانه تابعه مقابله صعيبه جدا مع لاعب من احسن اللاعبين ليس في المغرب بل في العالم، ثالث احسن لاعب في العالم وبطل ديال اي بطوله وفيناليست ديال اي بطوله النسخه الجديده. شوف جمهور، معول عليكم تصفيقات حاره وكبيره ليوسف شريف. هذا الجمهور جاي على ودك، هذا الجمهور جاي بغى يشوفك رابح، ولكن الماتش ماشي سهل. تيكس هنا جالس مكونسونطري كيعرف ماتش واحد واللي خصو يلعب دابا.
صراحه اولا كنبغي نشكر هذا الجمهور اللي جا وعلى التشجيعات كاملين. ان شاء الله اليوم يكون شي ريزولتا غنحاول ندير الماكسيموم باش نفرحهم. دونك كيف ما كتعرفوا تيكس راه واحد من احسن اللاعبات العالم، وراه غير هادي جوبونس واحد عامين 3 سنين راك جالس كنتفرج فيديوهات ديالو في يوتيوب، تحاول تبقى تتعلم منه. اليوم لقيت راسي ادفيرسير ديالو، نتمنى ان شاء الله الحمد انني ندير شي حاجه اللي زوينه، غندير الماكسيموم ديالي ونجيبوا الرباح ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله. جود لك المقابله اللي غادي تكون منقوله ولايف اون ستريم في القنوات ديال موروكو جيمنج اكسبو وديال الجامعه الملكيه المغربيه للالعاب الالكترونيه.
That's matchup number 2, but 2 more are left, with the third one is going to be Umut against Fakhr. I mean, I'm going to have to introduce the player here, but Umut is one that a lot of people know about, one of the players to beat here at the tournament when it comes to the international experience, and also when it comes to Group A, because he placed second. Never mind, he placed after Bashur. Something to keep in mind, though. But either way, Umut is ready, so everybody, let's hear it! You guys are like biased, you know?
تصفيقات حاره العمود، تصفيقات حاره لدى اللاعب الفريق ريد بول.
Welcome once again to the stage. I'm going to be interviewing you in English, so. Second place yesterday in Group A, so today you have to like hit the ground running. There is no lower bracket. Do you think that makes it a little bit more complicated?
Yeah, I think it makes it just faster and easier. I mean, like at this day, you just need to perform and you just need to be concentrated, because if you lose once, you're out. So you just need to be like focused every match and win 3 games. Yeah.
All right. Well, gotta stay locked in. Good luck with your game. I'm gonna let you go.
جود لك العمود اللي غادي يكون عنده مقابله صعيبه جدا، وغادي تكون المقابله هي ملتيبلكس مع مقابله تيكس وشريف. اللاعب اللي غادي يكون في المواجهه ديال العمود لاعب رائع كبير، غيمثل رايه المغرب كما قلت يوم امس، ساقولها هذا اليوم، غيمثلنا في بطوله العالم EWC في السعوديه، بطل ديال اي بطوله مع فريق المغرب تطواني، ولكن الان كيمثل فريق MGE اي سبور باللاعب الثاني ديالها. تصفيقات كبيره وترحيب رائع للاعب فخر العرب. تصفيقات كثيره لهذا اللاعب اللي داخل وعازم باش يفوز في المقابله ديالو، رغم المقابله هي صعبه، ولكن كنعرفوا المستوى الرائع اللي قدمتيه هذا العام هذا.
والصراحه التونوا هذه كتعتبر من اكبر التونوات اللي في افريقيا، سورتو كاينين هاد البلايرز اللي تبارك الله كنا كنشوفهم في يوتيوب وفي تويتش. دونك صراحه واحد الشعور اللي زوين بزاف انك كتتاح لك الفرصه انك تلعب معاهم فاس فاس في هذا الحدث الكبير. كنبغي نشكر الجماهير كامله اللي جات اليوم تساندنا حنا كلاعبه مغاربه، وان شاء الله غنخرج ماتش كبير
ان شاء الله. نتمنى لك حظ موفق. Last match.
The last one is left. It's going to be Adam against Nicholas. And when it comes to Nicholas, it comes to Group B, and he placed first over there yesterday. So he's on pretty solid footing right now, ready to head straight into competition. Everybody, let's hear it for Nicholas! Hello, welcome. Yesterday in Group B, you placed first. The games look pretty one-sided from what I've seen. So coming into today, when you're looking at the bracket, is there anyone that is sitting on these chairs that you really want to go up against?
Always when I play at tournaments, I don't care who I play. I will try always my best, and let's see if I can win.
Okay, I like that mentality. Good luck.
ثانك يو نيكولا من احسن اللاعبين واحتل المركز الاول في المجموعه ديالو. مقابلات كثيره اللي فاز بها بتسعود، ولكن الان عنده خصم صعيب ادم اللي خرج بصعوبه في المجموعه ديالو، ولكن يقدر يخلق المفاجاه. اصغر لاعب حاضر معنا هنايا 16 سنه، ولكن بدا كيكتسب خبره كبيره. تصفيقات رائعه للفريق واللاعب اللي كيمثل الفريق الفتح الرياضي اكس ادم. ادم الوردي اللي هو الاخ ديال ايمن الوردي فخر العرب. عائله يعني مستوى كبير، كيفاش كديروا لها؟
داكشي جينات
جينات.
المهم اليوم عندي ماتش صعيب مع نيكولاس لي فهمتي ذا بيست اوف ذا بيست في الجيم. ان شاء الله نديروا اللي علينا والعشره نخرجوا بالربح ان شاء الله.
ان شاء الله تكون عندك مقابله تاريخيه. تفضل المكان ديالك، كتسناك ماتش صعيب. الان ما بقى عندنا ما نقولوا الا ندوزو عند المعلقين ديالنا الرائعين والمحلل مروان الريفن وارتشيني اللي غادي يكونوا في التعليق على المقابلات بجوج ديال تكس ضد شريف وملتي بليكس او ميم طون مع مقابله ديال فخر العرب ضد امود.
The stage is set, the players are ready, the casters are ready, and we are all ready to head into the first game of the quarterfinals. Casters, take it away because this should be an incredible matchup.
Thank you very much, Jeannie, and welcome back to Rabat in Morocco for day 2 of the competition. Myself, Brandon Smith, and Hakeem Al-Khadouri join me now. I mean, look, this is already feeling a lot bigger than yesterday in terms of what's on the line. We've had 2 players eliminated from the 10 that turned up yesterday, Hakeem. Tonight, they will play live here from Rabat. There'll be one champion, there'll be one person picking up $5,000 in just a few hours.
Easy money, I'd say. Marhaba bikum. Welcome everybody as well. Back at home here in Rabat for this Morocco Gaming Expo. I would say final day for us, right? 8 players left, all to play for, and everybody can snatch it away. Whatever you did yesterday, it doesn't matter anymore.
Well, the best part is today, isn't it? It's knockouts. It's all about knockouts. That's our bracket as it currently stands. There's going to be one champion that's going to make it all the way through.
So we have indeed Bashor against Hassan Wright. That's the first game, and I think that's an interesting one because Hassan wasn't playing to his best level, I'd say. And I think he wants to have some payback. He's been training a bit at home as well, so I think he's ready to go today.
We had a bit of a joke yesterday when he got onto the bus heading back to the hotel. I said, "You played well today." He went, "Bro, I got 1 point." I went, "Well, more the fact that you should have won one of his matches, wasn't it? Against Brahim, wasn't it? Where he was 6-5 up. He was 4-2 down at moments in that game. He came back. That bracket is slightly wrong. It will be Sharif against Tex as the second game on that. So the winner of Sharif against Tex would play the winner of Pashore or Hassan, right? Then it'll be Umit against Fakir, who has been the recent champion in Morocco. Obviously goes by the name of Ayman as well. And then it's ex-Adam, who just about scraped through the group stages, taking on Nicholas. If we're being brutally honest here right now, will we see a Moroccan in the semi-final? The only world that I see that happening will be the Umit match or the Tex game.
I think Sharif is there to play.
I agree.
He has a crowd now with him. We could hear whenever he was announced, people were shouting, they were singing, they were having fun. And I think that helps him as well. When he feels like he's the star and he's playing a home game in the end, he is from Rabat. Originally he's from the north, but he's from Rabat. So I think for him as well, feeling like it's a home game, I think it will give him a little bit of extra, I'll say, panache, as they would say in Morocco.
I thought it would be the German
Fingerspitzengefühl from yesterday.
I thought it might have been yesterday. We were speaking about a lot, and we will be today here on our broadcast. If you have just joined us, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching from around the world. We will be guiding you through quarter-final, semi-final, and a grand final live here today in Rabat. I think this is going to be an interesting game because Tex had a few boos when he came out onto main stage, and he won't forget that. I mean, I know Yusuf Sharif is going to be the favourite in this one from the locals that have come out to support. This is the prize pot. To translate it into dollars, Hakeem, it's just over $10,000 on the prize pool, but in local currency, talk us through it.
So total prize pool is 100,000 dirhams, which is a massive amount of money, especially if you're in Morocco, but also for European players. Like 10,000 euros, $10,000, I'd say, if we round it up a bit or round it down a bit. For the first place, we will have a 50,000 dirham prize. The second place takes 30,000, and third place takes 20,000. And all of this under the high patronage of His Majesty the King Mohammed VI.
Absolutely. Again, how big has this been for Morocco and Africa, this competition? There's been a lot of chat about how big and important it is. But really, as someone who is, of course, a Moroccan yourself, how much of an impact will this tournament have?
I think it's a big impact for the local people as well. They get to see Tex, Nicholas, they see the likes of Umut and Manu. People that have been around in the scene, that have massive followage online, also in their streams. I'm pretty sure a lot of Moroccan players are following them, watching their streams. And even Sharif said it. He said in his interview, I used to watch Tex's video to get better at the game. And now I play against him in this tournament once again. So that's quite interesting if you would tell me. I know from Sharif, because I know him on a personal level, he is somebody that did used to watch a lot of videos. He was a big fanboy, I would even say. But the moment he started performing himself, he had to throw that out of his way, because in the end, you're competing against these guys. They are not your, heroes anymore. You are the hero now for a whole crowd here in Morocco. So it's up to him to show what he can do and where he stands. And I think this is as big as it can get for him. Play against Tex, try to get some points on the board once again, and try to kick him out of the tournament. It would be good for the vlog as well, I think.
Well, they're both currently in the top 40 ranked players on the FC Pro Global ranking. Sharif is in 32nd position and Tex in 16th. Obviously, one of those players has already qualified for the World Championships, that being Tex off the back of an E-Premier League victory for 2 years in a row. But although they were both in the FC Pro Open, these two have never played before, Hakeem. So it adds so much more to this game as we jump into it live now. Sharif kicking from left to right with Tex from right to left of that Manchester City away strip here. Let's see how these fans can back him on and push him forward, because this one should be a great game.
Tex with style.
2 minutes in.
There we go.
2.5 minutes in, Tex leads.
Ousmane Dembele with the first goal, straight from the get-go. He finds his space and lays it in. We see some interesting players like we saw yesterday, Lukaku, Mamardashvili as centre backs.
Yeah, Mamardashvili, he might be a goalkeeper by trade normally, but he was quite a good centre back yesterday. Scored the most goals from a corner, I think, than any other player.
One thing you will see with Sheriff is the player locks.
Here's Rafael Leao, his first proper chance of the game. Again, one thing we weren't sure of yesterday in Morocco was goals. We had so many of them, didn't we, in the group stages?
Goals, goals, and more goals. Love to see it. Here's a chance with Eusebio. Oh! Konate with a nice save. And now Nuno Mendes can go and try to build up, and doesn't lose the ball. Back to Sheriff now. Bruno Fernandes gets it to Lewandowski. Lewandowski to Vitinha. Vitinha with a player lock. Has to keep it rolling. From the left to the right. There we go now. There was an opportunity for a pass, but he's trying to play it slow. Takes on the attack now. Maradona finds Benzema. Benzema! What a tackle that was by Sheriff. Has to watch out now for the corner though, because João Neves on the ball. Maradona, Dembele has been fouled, and another corner is going for another corner. Maradona gets it to Dembele. Maradona again, Hakimi, Son, Gets it
for
back to
Tex.
Vitinha. There's Benzema. Goal! Lasso. 2-0 to Tex.
Rough start, isn't it? Really rough start for Yusuf Sharif for this game.
Rafael Leao.
But to the point we haven't spoken about yet to the audience that's tuning in, this is of course on FC 25 Ultimate Team, the teams that are being used that you are seeing are in fact their own pro players accounts you're looking at here. There is a ban list as well, so there's going to be 10 players throughout this competition that will not be used, will not be seen, hence why there is no Virgil van Dijk's, R9, Thierry Henry, Johan Cruyff, Mbappe. The list goes on of all the players that are banned. Antoine Griezmann, Harry Kane.
And even Vieira, I think it was, right? That's all. Doesn't have them good memory.
All not involved, all not playing in this competition. Tex with his Road to Glory account, he's joked about it with the use of Benzema.
Pass was there. We've seen Sheriff with that Eusebio. We know what he can do with that card.
Well, we will do our best to keep you up to date with the other games that are taking place, because as all players were welcomed out onto main stage here at the Morocco Gaming Expo, there are 3 more matches taking place at this moment in time. Canate just about does enough. So hold on to that one. But speaking about that Benzema item, Hakeem, it's his team of the season item. He's only worth about 150,000 coins. But he does the job for Tex, doesn't he?
He's a menace. He's actually a menace to the defense. Because, you know, if he gets in front of goal, it's basically a goal. And I think he even has 5-star skills, if I'm not mistaken. This guy is like, I've seen him doing elasticos, some flip-flops outside of the foot. Yeah, crazy card, Brandon, crazy card.
Well, the winner of this game will play the winner of Mani Bishore or Hassan Wright in the semi-finals. There is a world that the 4 international players that have been invited out here could all be in that semi-final. Is Benzema just about onside? He is not. Unfortunately, that was a clever turn, though.
We see Alawayran as a left back once again. There we go. Wonderfully played. No offside, I think. There's an opportunity here for a pass. One more man to beat. Then Bailey does run into Van de Ven. There goes another one of these passes. Maradona now on the finesse. Oh, the tackle is in. I think that's a red. Should be a red, right?
Well, the goalkeeper never normally gets a red card.
We'll have to see.
Just a moment in break of play for Sharif. He was giving a lot of credit to his coach yesterday, wasn't he, about especially his first opening game, because he was down to 10 players, wasn't he, in it, and he was trailing, was able to snatch a win somehow. He's going to need the support of his coach this time round, isn't it?
We'll have to see if that will become a red card or not, Brandon. It was a foul, but indeed, it will be a yellow one. Now a free kick in a dangerous position. We can see Maradona.
Goal?
This is a goal. This is a goal.
Maradona for Tex to make it 3! Of course he will! 3 kicks are as good as penalties this year. You've just got to time it right, and Tex has done exactly that. 3-0 Tex leads against Yusuf Sharif in just 25 in-game minutes.
This part of the video might be like a free kick tutorial, Brandon, at this point.
Well, he said he watches his videos. I don't think we want him to watch that one back, will he?
Vitinha does find Eusebio. The Portuguese are matching up quite nicely. Here goes Eusebio now. Gets past Hakimi. In the middle is a player waiting. This is a chance for the Sheriff. You need to take the Sheriff. Dembele twisting, turning, trying to find Bruno Fernandes. And a good creation from Vitinha. Now Tex back on the attack. You see how clinical he is with those dribbles. Every single time you turn, you think he's going to turn back, and then he just keeps going straight.
Lewandowski, Benzema, Tex dancing towards Sharif's goal. be honest, again, we don't know what's happening in the other games here, Keane, but this was the one where I thought maybe, just maybe, Yusuf Sharif could cause a bit of a stir in terms of the bracket, because I look at across the other 3 matches and all I see is international dominance and European dominance probably coming through, and it's going to be the 4 invited players from Europe and South America that are going to be on their way to a semi-final, unless, you know, the E Portola winner, Ayman, could get a result against Umit.
I would be really interested to see what the games are on the other, what the score is on the other games with interception here from Sharif. And now it has to go fast. If you want to beat Tex, these are the moments you have to go forward pretty fast. Just waiting a little bit too long, and now once again, recuperation from Tex. He gets the ball back, and now we have to switch the play. Vitinha. There goes Eusebio again. Hakimi cannot catch him. This is an opportunity, it's for Sharif, but you need to take these.
He's one of the few people that's got Eusebio in his team as well. He was one of the players that wasn't banned amongst the 10-player ban list.
Here comes Vitinha for Tex. He's looking for that fourth before the half-time. Good interception there. Now a counter-attack. And like I said, these are the moments that he has to take, because there is space, there is an opportunity to go forward.
We know these are long halves, but if he goes 4-0 down, Hakeem, is there a worry that that might be too big of a gap, especially against Tex?
There might be, because Tex is known for his gameplay and his game plan, I'd say.
Corner comes in, and there's one back!
Mamardashvili. It's unreal. What a player.
It sounds crazy to say, but for a tiny split second, when he heads that ball, you just think it's Virgil van Dijk. It's not. Not even nice. Valencia's goalkeeper, of all people.
There you go. Once again, these are the opportunities. 3 against 3 for Sharif now. If he plays this well, he can get through, but loses the ball to Mamardashvili on the other side.
There's one back before the halfway point. How long will it last for though? Tex back with an instant reply just a minute later. Kyo-Min Son makes it 4-1.
The crowd is not that loud anymore now. You can see they're watching the score. In a 4-1 scoreline.
Well, smiles from Tex on the opposite side. Not so smiley is Yusuf Sharif, and you can understand why.
I wouldn't be that happy as well if that's a scoreline right now. Could have kept that 3-1 into half-time. But in the second half, we only need 1 to get back into the game.
Well, let's jump across then and have a look at what's happening over here. By the looks of it, Umit is 3-1 up in his game. 23 minutes on the clock over in this one. This was the other game where I thought maybe Ayman would be able to upset the apple cart and send a Moroccan player into the semi-finals. We won't see too much of that game as we'll jump back to our main featured game here. João Neves punches it in. Kyo-Min Son who gets his shot away.
Good interception there by Donati. Throw in for Sharif. He does. There is still a way that he can get back into this game, but then you cannot lose balls like these. You have to intercept this one, Sharif, and there goes Lukaku to intercept it as well. Vitinha now goes to Bruno Fernandes. This is the attack. Quick passing, that's what we love to see, Sharif. Once again, Dembele.
There's the supporting cast. He goes across to Rafael Leao, who comes out of nowhere. There's another one back.
He needs the next goal.
It's been great that he has scored one or two, Hakeem, but it's how quickly Tex responds and adds another one onto his tally. And also how deadly he is in these sort of areas when he's free-flowing and not feeling any pressure. He is so deadly, Tex. That is superb.
Brilliant moves. Find a man in the middle. And an easy layoff to Ousmane Dembele, who can just tap it in an empty net. 3-goal cushion restored. And now Tex can play his favorite game, keeping the ball. Let A run from left to right. And when there is an opportunity, be deadly and just go for it. Try to score. It's getting quite sloppy, is it, Brandon?
Can't quite keep a hold on the ball, can he, Sharif, as he gets dispossessed again.
There goes another opportunity right now, going on the left-hand side. We'll have Alouaid on. Some space in the middle now. There we go. Denzel Dumfries. Can he find somebody in the net? And there goal! Goal, 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 goal! 5-3, and that means there is still a world. There is still a world where Sharif can maybe force that comeback. 2-goal difference right here. 30 minutes left on the clock.
With 9-minute halves as well. Ample time, isn't there?
As you said, we still have 6 real-life minutes to go in this game. Just plenty of time. There was that comeback, but then you cannot concede in this one. Heung-min Son.
Plenty of time for Tex to add another one onto his tally as well. Dembele, was he fouled? No.
There goes the running man. Dumfries is found. Now there's space in the middle. That's where it goes to. Leao.
Dembele, Benzema, look at the overlap, look at the numbers. Maradona off the post. That could have been and should have been Tex on his way into a sick for this game. Dembele this time, there's the cutback. Benzema was there, just as enough, doesn't he? Mohamed Ashvili, right place, right time, this time being the shot stopper, not the goal scorer. One thing that we have to say about all the action, Mr. Dory, that's been happening in Rabat, the games have been so frantic end to end, haven't they? No one sort of just tried to sit on the lead at all. No one's been able to sit on the lead.
Everybody's just running out there, trying to attack, trying to score more goals, as if they decide a contract to score goals, Brandon. Dumfries gets it to Leao. Leao right now in the box. This is an opportunity for Sharif. What a interception by John Neves. Another corner, obviously. Mamardashvili saw, but was not found. Smart technical foul made by Sheriff. Now Maradona can try to find some time for Tex. 72nd minute. Still possession for Tex here. Gets it back to Momadashvili, and now is the moment he can start to attack. If you want something in this game, this is the moment, Sheriff. Dumfries on the attack. Dumfries trying to find Dembele. Dembele again. Gets it down to Eusebio. Dembele. There goes Leao. Ooh la 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 la. Konate with an incredible save. That should have been the goal. That should have been your goal, Sheriff.
Well, just looking across the board while we have a minute in play here, Dory, to update you in the other games of what's going on. As it looks to be, Manabashore is leading 7-5. He has conceded 5 goals against Hassan, right? That game is still live right now. And Nicholas is beating X-Adam 4-2. And the last time we saw Umit, he was winning that game. Waiting for a score update on it. So as it stands, it is going to be 4 European players heading towards the semi-finals. It's 4-3, Umit, by the way. That's not done yet. Still a bit of time to play. Back to this one now, though.
Too many missed opportunities around him. Just not calm enough. You need to be calm and collected in front of goal. You need to finish those opportunities, especially if you play against Tex, because then these are coming through. And you know these are dangerous.
Messi. Could have had more time there, Hakeem.
He had plenty of time.
I don't know if there was a little bit of goalkeeper movement which stopped the original finesse idea from coming into the back of the net from Lionel Messi, but he's not giving up on this one, Tex, has he? Straight down the other end. That one takes a deflection. And Yusuf Sharif is still in this game. Unless he concedes now. Job done.
Game, set, and match. 3-6. Kind of a tennis result. This might be game. Leao with the finish for Tex. And I think this is going to be a hard nut to crack right now. If you're Sheriff, you need to go into the attack. But you know, once you go into the attack, you will leave space for Tex to even attack even more. So, and open up more space, and this is a tight game.
Look at this game, by the way. It's only the 49th minute, this game, near enough. There's been 7 goals in it. Umit is leading. 4-3 as it currently stands. He's taking on the Ibatola champion in Ayman. Again, I'm sure after this game is finished, we should go and join that Umit game live to bring you coverage of that one. I'm looking across to see. Hang on a second. We're all square at 4-4 in that game.
Golazo! All square there, but back to our main featured matchup. Here goes Sheriff on the attack.
We've already said game over in this one, haven't we, Hakeem? It's a 3-goal gap. Yes, there's 10 minutes on the clock, but you're also playing against Tex, who's looking for 7 and 8.
We already have a preview for a Tex vlog then, I think. There we go. Wonderful save there by Konate. Messi. Starts dribbling, turning, twisting, finding some space, getting it cut back to João Neves. João Neves, Vitinha, Messi. In the box, still has the ball, and Dumfries with a good interception. And now, Sheriff has to go forward fast, but loses the ball once again, and now you give Tex an opportunity to just calmly play it out and finish this game off in a, I'd say, pretty calm, relaxed way. What do you say, Brandon?
Well, the key thing about this game is, Dory, is that there's always been a lead from Tex. Even when he's conceded, he's added another one onto his tally.
And there were opportunities, there were chances, but he just didn't convert them into goals. And when you're missing that many chances against Tex, you know it's going to be hard, and you know you're going to have a hard time.
Well, this is why these international players were invited to the Morocco Gaming Expo this year. It happened last year, as we know, but this year's been so much bigger with over $10,000 on the line. Former world champions, Champions League winners, multiple-time major champions, all invited. You're going to get a test and a matchup, Dory. This is that.
They'll learn from this as well. That was offside, I think. they're going to learn from this as well, Brandon. So even for them, this is just an opportunity to show themselves to the international scene, because I'm sure people are watching from all over the world. And people are in this stream from different countries, getting to know these type of players like Sharif, obviously already knew. I was going to interrupt because I thought that was going to be a goal, but Tex just keeps attacking.
Well, as it stands, this is the score lines across the board. Looking really tight, by the way. Manu Bishore, I believe, has just finished his game and won 7-6.
That was against Adam, who only got...
That was against Adam. No, sorry, that was against Hassan.
Sorry, yeah, against Hassan, who got 1 point, right?
There's a full time there. Tex goes through to the semi-finals. 6-3 winner against Yusuf Sharif. As we jump over here, Ayman did get a goal back to make it 4-4. The Numit, the former world champion, went down the other end and added on a fifth. I feel like this, of all the games, there was a world that a Moroccan is going to be going into the semi-finals. It's this game here where it could happen.
Has to watch out though, because we know Umut. We know he can keep attacking. But Ayman is prepping for that World Cup, and he's showing here that he does have the level to compete with these guys. And now he has to show that he can actually win a game off of these guys as well, because obviously competing and winning, there's still a big gap between those two. We have to say, this quarterfinals, they have been entertaining, Brandon. That's the least we can say, right? A lot of goals we've seen. Some pretty goals. One in particular from Tex, the tiki-taka goal. But now let's see if Umut can...
That's it.
I was going to say, let's see if Umut can top that, but eventually it was Ayman with a good interception. Now watch out here.
Keeps on falling back as the player switching in the second man press for a moment. It is ridiculous. He very nearly got a bounce back that went his way there.
Bounced like 5 times.
Well, it looks as if we've got full-time results across the board in the other games then. It looks like the 3 of the 4 European international players, I should say, have gone through. That's Nicholas through, Manu through, Tex through. That means we'll have Tex against Manu Bishore as a guaranteed semi-final. We could have a rematch from Copenhagen between the 2 players that played in a World Championship final that went to penalties, if you remember that right. It was Umut that won that game. That could be one of our semi-finals, Dorian.
Lovely to see that happening here in Rabat.
What a crazy game that was when you think about it too. It was 0-0 across 2 legs, I believe.
And that's Nicholas against Umut, by the way. Umut was a goal machine back then. There was a time when Umut was this player that would go on a 1-0 lead and then just stop playing. He would put up a wall and make sure that a single ball would get through. But it did adapt. He did change his gameplay, his game style. And even now we can see. You can see this 4 already, but he scored 5. With Ciro Immobile, this Italian striker at left back.
Never pass around the corner, finds Martin Odegaard, believe it or not, yes. He normally haunts me every time as a gold ball count when you think like you've maybe got a team of the season. There's a Trivella! It's time green from Bobby Charlton as Umut finds his 6th. It's goals galore here in Rabat. That's goal number 10 of this game, but more importantly, it's a 2-goal cushion for Umut, who now has a small opportunity just to have a bit of a breather here, Dory, in these last 18 game minutes, unless Ayman can answer back now.
Short passes there, it's just not good enough at that point. You need to get that into the box, get that into the mixer, and find a shot, but good defending from Umut as well. What I was going to say is these shapeshifter cards are so interesting to see. Having these type of players completely out of position and having an incredible card, and now watch again Odegaard on the left hand side. Martin Odegaard goes to the corner flag and is being traced by Jan Oblak. There goes Bobby Charlton again. No Trivella. Puteas tries to go across, but Peter crouching goal gets everything. I was going to tell about the shapeshifters. I remember back when the Moroccan national team was playing, we had one of those guys.
Sorry, did you just say Peter Crouch?
Peter crouching goal.
Peter Crouch is in goal.
Yeah.
For A-Man.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he had a
I mean,
goalkeeper.
if you look now at the goalkeeper,
I can see now. It makes sense. It looks like Van der Sar as well from a little bit of an angle.
I thought it was Peter Crouch. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't see him doing the robot. That was all.
That's the shapeshifters, Brandon. Like I said, with the Moroccan national team, we had one who was very important, Toko Ekambi, who was the left back. And he was the one to rip open France every single time again. Toko Ekambi does have a special mention for Moroccans as well, but I'll leave that for another opportunity here for Umut, and I think that will be game in the 89th minute. A 2-goal deficit for Ayman. I don't think he can make this and turn it around. He'll try, but Umut is doing a really good job. The press was good. Now Messi. A goal! Last 4-7, and now Ayman is free. Tries to go to the attack. Tries to get one back at least. It won't change the game anymore. The game is done. But just for your repertoire, just for the, I'd say, the clips. That's it, Brandon.
That is it. That's your quarter-finals done and dusted. We lose a handful of more players here from Morocco for the MGE 2025 this year, the biggest gaming event and esports expo here in Africa. $10,000 as we know in this tournament. Look, we knew that these international players were going to be invited in, and we knew they'd be special, Hakeem. All 4 of them are in the semi-finals. Unfortunately, the 6 Moroccan players are out.
It's only the 4 internationals left, 2 semi-finals, and it's quite some interesting semi-finals, as you already said, Brandon. Maybe we can think ahead of that. And we have, like you said, Nicholas against Umut. That has been a final of the World Cup. This is the levels we're talking about. On the other hand, we will have Tex against Manu. Well, I don't have to introduce these guys, right?
No, absolutely not. What a game we have. What coming up, as you said, Tex, Manu, and then the big one, Umut against Nicholas. A rematch from that World Championship final all the way in Denmark. That is it.
شكرا لك، شكرا للتعليق ديالكم الرائع باللغه العربيه، شكرا للتعليق باللغه الانجليزيه اللي كاينه في النقل المباشر ديال موروكو جيمنج اكسبو في القناه ديال الجامعه الملكيه المغربيه للالعاب الالكترونيه في كل من تويتش، فيسبوك ويوتيوب. الان عندنا واحد الانترفيو اللي غادي نديروه مع لاعب فخر العرب يا ايمن الوردي، اللي سوء الحظ ديالو كانت مقابله صراحه متكافئه ما بينه وما بين أموت، اللي روح رياضيه كبيره كيقدموا اللاعبين. جيجي لهم هانئا أموت، الان فخر جيجي ليك. صراحه مقابله كبيره امام لاعب ماشي من السهل تخرج فايز، واخا كانت عندك الفرصه. شنو طرا في الاخر الماتش؟ لانه بديتي بدايه جيده ولكن مالوروزمون ما سيرتش بالسكور اللي بغيتي.
صراحه كان واحد الماتش اللي صعيب. هنا كيبان لك الفرق بين يعني جوار انترناسيونال برو. يعني صراحه الدري كان مولف على لي تورنوا وعارف كيفاش يجاري الماتش. سوء الحظ كتجيب التعادل ولكن ما عرفش نجاري الماتش مزيان. الماتش يعني تلعب على ديتاي صغار، وصراحه هاد التورنوا كانت واحد الابورتونيتي مزيان انني نزيد نتريني ونطور من راسي قبل من انني ان شاء الله نمثل المغرب في الورلد كاب.
وغتكون مستعد ان شاء الله تابعك بطوله العالم EWC اللي غتمثل المغرب احسن تمثيل ان شاء الله. دونك كانت عندك تقريبا نقولوا سيونس دونترينمون اللي تخليك تاخذ خبره اكثر باش تمشي تماك ان شاء الله وغتلعب في ستيج يعني ضغط ديال الجمهور. مي ان شاء الله كنتمناو تعطينا دي سكور زوينين وان شاء الله تعطينا نتيجه اللي كبيره في كاس العالم. رساله للجمهور اللي كيتفرج فيك وميم طون الجمهور اللي حاضر معنا.
والرساله اللي كنبغي نقول للجمهور هو انه يديروا يساندنا، حيتاش كيف ما كنشافوا السيبور الجمهور هو اللي كيعاون اللاعب انه يمشي لقدام. ان هذا الضغط اللي كيدير على اللاعب وصراحه حتى الموتيفاسيون اللي كيعطي اللاعب داكشي حيت سورتو فيفا جو مونطال بور. دونك كنبغي نشكر الجمهور اصلا على القدوم ديالو وان شاء الله تفاؤل خير تجدوه
ان شاء الله. حد موفق للفخر العرب. وحنايا الان غنبقى واحد فتره استراحه قصيره ديال 5 دقائق باش نوجدوا المقابلات ديال النصف النهائي. ما تمشيو فين لانه دغيا غادي نرجعوا معاكم انتوما اللي معنا في القنوات اللي ناقلين فيهم بيان سور هذه البطوله الرائعه موروكو جيمنج اكسبو. حنا راجعين لكم.
Gaming Expo tournaments are back.
صراحه حنا كالتيم كنلعبوا من شحال هادي شاركنا بزاف ديال التورنوات جلوبال وبزاف ديال الحوايج. الحمد لله ترينينا وجينا وداكشي اللي كنا موجدينه راه درناه والحمد لله توفقنا وخدينا البطوله.
Gaming Expo tournaments are back.
مالوريزمون كان الاقصاء ديالهم في هذه البطوله. غادي يكون عندنا الان النصف النهائي الاول اللي ما بين تيكس كونتر باشور. ماتش عالمي ولكن في بطوله محض مغربيه اللي كاينه معنا في هذا قصر الرياضات الامير مولاي عبد الله تحديدا في مدينه الرباط، اللي كنشكروا الجمهور وكنشكركم انتم المشاهدين اللي حاضرين معنا في هذه السهره الرائعه الكرويه الالكترونيه. الان غيكون عندنا واحد الانترفيو صغير اللي غديروا لنا جيني.
Here. All right. Bashor, you're going up against Tex. You've just had one of the games against the Moroccan players. I would love to hear how that went because they have now, unfortunately, all been sent home.
Yeah, I think I was leading the game every time. 2-3 goals until the end, and then he fought back and made it a one-goal game. So, yeah, credit to him because he didn't give up. It was a tough game in the end. And I think there are a lot of players with loads of potential here in Morocco, which just need to stay patient and wait for their opportunity to come.
Some pretty wise words. When it comes to going up against Tex, how are you feeling about that?
Yeah, it's going to be a fun game. Of course, big name in the scene and nice clash, so can't wait.
He's sitting like right next to you. Is there anything you want to say to him ahead of the match?
Well, yeah, good luck, Tex.
Okay, that's really nice. Wait, I'm going to head over to Tex. I'm going to ask you if there is anything that you want to say to Bashor ahead of your match.
I want to win. That's it.
That's it? Okay, well, that's a really good one. That's it over from us here on the player side of things. We're ready to head into the game, so casters, take it away.
Should be back. We are back.
Yes,
Here we go. Welcome back to the casters desk here in Morocco, Rabat. We're here for the Morocco Gaming Expo. Myself, Brandon Smith, and Hakeem Al Kadori will be guiding you through our semi-final stages. Now, look, as expected to a degree, we thought, could the four international players make it through to the semi-finals? That is exactly what they've done here. And I mean, look, we can't complain. We've got Tex against Bashore Hakeem, and we've got a former world final, Umit against Nicholas. How about that for a game?
Incredible game. So, like we said, that's an old fight.
راه بالي راه خصني ندخل نلعب انا.
First one, Tex against Bachore, is also fun one. I think it's the battle of the content, right? If you have to compare with the other ones. They are doing the content quite well, and Tex, he is feeling confident, I'd say, after that win against Sheriff. Bachore, he was scraping it a bit, like he said at the end. He was winning by 2, winning by 3, went back to 2, and eventually he started to fight back. So, has to watch out, because if you do that with Tex, you might be in for a hard time.
If we can have a look at the prize pool, if that is possible, because there's a lot of cash on the line here at the Moroccan Gaming Expo.
We're, of course, in the last 4, so now when it's talking about money, there's only one player that is not going to get paid from this tournament. So one has to go. Means 3 of the 4 players will get money. I know it by I know it out of my head, Brandon, so I can do it like that. Sorry, I gave you.
It could be Brian if you want. It's me and Ryan Pessoa sometimes, Brian. Don't know what
Brian
we'd be called. What would we be called? Brakim.
I've had Brahim, Karim. I've heard a lot of things already, so don't worry about it. Even somebody calling me Gerard. So.
Gerard.
Yeah.
Steven Gerrard.
Apparently, I might look like one. Apparently, was one of my teachers back in the days.
Steven Gerrard.
Apparently. Was a big fan.
Do you know mine is? My lookalike, my football lookalike.
I know who it was. Donny van de Beek.
Donny van de Beek?
Donny van de Beek.
Donny van de Beek.
There you go, perfect.
No, I just thought it was Dutch, so I thought it was Donny van de Beek.
No, it's van de Beek.
Van de Beek.
But I'm Flemish speaking, not Dutch speaking, so there's a small difference as well. So we might have to put that one away.
Well, speaking of Dutch players, Manu Bashore is one of those Dutch players, a former world champion. How lucky are we that we get to see these games in person? Because the only time we normally get to see a match like this is in a major competition like an FC Pro knockout or a world championship. And as far as I can see, this is the first time that these two have actually played in a competitive game.
Well, yeah, could be. I've never seen, I can't remember a game when Bachore played up against Tex.
No.
So I'm thinking, but I can't think of any. And we get to see it because of this Morocco Gaming Expo here in Rabat. The all-seeing eye of the Ministry of Culture, of Youth, and of Communications, obviously. So quite a big shout to them for bringing these people in, for setting it up, because it's a beautiful scene, Brandon. We haven't talked enough about the scene, but I love the pots. I love the way they set it up. And I can see that Manu is doing a little prayer. So that means that it's time for game and money time.
Team Liquid against Manchester City Sports' Tex, who We have to say, I think he's been quite enjoying his time in Morocco when it comes to his EAFC ability, because he's been free-flowing, he's been skilling. I mean, Tech's often so known for that flair style of play, Hakeem, and we've been able to see that at quite a level here in Morocco, I'd say, especially the last 2 days.
And finally, because the last couple of years, I'd say Tech's lost that little bit of flair. I had a feeling that he was missing it a little bit, which also influenced his results eventually. But right now, you can see that it's coming back, and he's enjoying himself, and he's laughing. And yeah, I don't want anything else than seeing this guy laugh, because you know you're in for a good game once he starts laughing. The game is underway. In the orange kit, we will have Manu Bachor for Team Liquid. And of course, in the sky blue, we have Man City's Tex. First opportunity. What a save that is by Vicario.
Nice to see an actual goalkeeper in goal for a change in these teams.
An actual goalkeeper, Brandon. Who would have thought? Today, we go back to Tex, by the way. Today we go back to Tex, by the way.
We do. It was Tekes yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Techers came out, and now he can show that again. Here he goes.
His new nickname.
We were teasing somebody yesterday, Brandon. We didn't get him on stream. Don't think he wants to come on, but maybe we'll have to bring him on. An Argentine, just like the Iceman.
Hang on a second.
Did you see the gritty? Did you see the gritty coming out?
You see the look across his face as well. Tex just gave a little glance to his right, looking over to Manu there, thinking, what's that all about?
Here goes Tex though. Benzema in the box, listing, turning, trying to find it. Bringing out the skill moves, and now moving it back. All the way to João Neves. Maradona to Benzema, and it's offside. Van de Ven finds Benzema. Benzema! Golazo! Benzema with a great goal. Trivela outside of the foot. Heads it home.
As expected. I mean, what a game we got on our hands. 10 minutes in. Already 2 goals. How good are those Trivelas, by the way, when they fly into the back of the net? You're often not quite sure if the goalkeeper can get there.
Opportunity here for Tex, but a good interception. Now on the counter-attack. Rafael Leao finding Messi. Messi back to Olise, and now Messi again. Let's watch out for that offside trap. Well played by Tex. He forced him into a mistake.
Absolutely, as we said. What a start this is, 14 minutes into the game.
It can go both ways, Brandon. It's really up and down. Olise now for Manu Bachor.
Well, yesterday, Manu Bachor was speaking about that Elise item. Obviously, it's on his own Ultimate Team account. He was actually lucky enough to pack that Elise item. That's what I love about some of these teams. They're not their usual tournament mode squad to be able to use any play. Here's Young-Min Son with so much pace. Can he pull away from Sesko, who does enough to recover and win that back? It's been an opportunity to see Lionel Messi in quite a few of these teams. Hakeem doesn't always get the opportunity. His team of the season items allowed him to come into a lot of these squads.
Also pretty cheap, I'd say, now, compared to these other squads. That might be offside here.
Well, he didn't get a team of the year, so to speak, Messi. You got an honourable mention. I mean, you say cheap, Hakeem. Have you got 3 million coins?
Whatever you want, Brandon.
I don't.
Whatever you want.
If you got Pat luck.
In Morocco, no matter what you will ask, they will say Moujoud. We've got enough of that. Moujoud. Kane. Every single time. We're in Morocco, so if you need coins, Brandon, I'll be able to sort you out some coins. Not that I will give them and send them over to you. I will be sure that you pack some good things.
Okay. Just like you at Morocco have been pretty sure that we've had quite a few goals in this tournament, right? Fortunately, not many shocks, though, in terms of the competition, so to speak, as it stands. And as it's sort of expected, we've sort of followed the script in terms of The international players performing really well there already in the semi-finals where we are right now. Manu trying to cut that back to try and find the on-rushing runner.
Overlap here by Nuno. Sorry, I have to say by Dembele. Dembele, twisting, turning, finding Son.
João Neves. Benzema! Bum! Goal! Tex back in front. And it would be his 150,000 coin striker in Karim the Dream Benzema. His road to glory striker, which he's been joking about online yesterday. He's here in Rabat, Morocco, and he's not just turned up to make up the numbers. He's been on the score sheet too. For how long? Mali Bashoure, instant reply, 2-2 rule square, what a game! Referee.
That did look like a penalty, Brandon.
He said that Mickey van der Ven won the ball fair and square. And look at the chance to counter-attack. Lise, so much time on the edge of the box. He then tries to link back up with the Korean winger. And a free kick eventually goes the way of Tex, just to give us a moment to pause in this game. A third of it gone already, Hakeem. What have you made of it so far?
Up and down, left to right. We've seen action, we've seen skills, we've seen goals, we've seen passes, we've seen misses. And here is another one of those. Is this offside? It's not offside. Oh, it is. Now then, Diego Armando Maradona gets into the box. Tries to pass it across to Benzema, but a good interception there from Vitinha. And now Manu can go onto the attack and try to find a space. Here is Heung-min Son.
Is he going to find the extra pass or go on his own? Keeper comes out flying. Look at Benzema here. Tex looking for a third. Benzema stopped by Vicario with his sweeping legs.
Surely this man cannot finish everything that Benzema does, right? Sometimes you just need to miss one of those opportunities.
Well, I know he's got a 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves. He's only got 3 play style pluses as Benzema, but the build he's got, the individual qualities is good enough. Tex thinks to be in his team. That one caught back. Messi, one more pass! And poked into the bottom corner by Manu Bashoure.
Wonderful play, wonderful goal by Manu Bashoure. Found the space, found the extra pass, and Son just has to pick it into the edge. Empty net.
Hang on, it might not last long. Continue, look at the feet on that. Finesse stopped by Vicario. And Manu able to get himself out of that spot of bother. If you have just joined us, good evening from Rabat, Morocco for our Morocco Gaming Expo for 2025. The biggest EAFC tournament that Africa's ever seen. With some of the best players in the world. We're in the semi-final stages now.
We have Manu against Tex in this semi-final, and then there is another massive matchup waiting for us. It's going to be Umut against Nicolas.
Manu! It's Messi for Manu Bashoure. Marvellous.
Wonderful. You and Messi.
Magical. Lionel Messi once again, 4-2. And it's the first time there's been a 2-goal gap in this game between the two of them.
What a love story you and Messi, Brandon.
Seems like everywhere I'm at the moment, he's following me around. He would never be playing normally, but because of the bans and the rules that have been put in place for these teams, he's actually been quite a viable option for a lot of these players.
Here goes Manu again. But Mamardashvili does have the legs to catch that one. Important moment here for Tex. Maybe he can capitalize on this opportunity. Good interception from Mamardashvili, and I think this is going to be half. That's it. Half time.
Half time. It is a question I probably don't need to ask you, but I'm sure you've been entertained from what you've seen so far in this one. As it stands, Bashort 4-2 up against Tex. Winner will be going into a grand final to play either Umit or Nicholas. Great to see fans that have come out to watch this today, Hakeem.
From all around of Morocco, I've seen people tagging us on their stories, people bringing out jerseys to get signed, Brandon. So what a lovely atmosphere here in the arena.
Manu on for 5, he went for that finesse. Steele recycles, reworks it, step overs, disguises the pass into Elise that time. Shao Neves back to support Tex.
Once again, that loss of possession, now you have to watch out. Because a lot of players were out of position there.
Benzema. Once again proving his worth in the side. There's the overlap, and look at the space that's available. Watch that pass now, back into Benzema if Maradona can find it. Just delays and waits for another option. Heung-min Son, Vitinha, João Neves all interchanging. And eventually it is Mickey van der Ven that comes out to save the day.
Tex is building momentum, you can tell. Every single time he gets a little bit closer to an opportunity. He cannot lose the ball there.
The next goal is huge, Hakeem. Manu gets it, suddenly a 3-goal cushion. I know Texas brought that back against Nicholas, we saw yesterday. But if he was to concede now, it would make it a bit of a mountain to climb. I know there's still a good chunk of time left in this game.
Good interception here. Now Tex on the attack. Sur, as they would say in Arabic. Maradona gets to Benzema.
Benzema still. Shots! Goal!
Oh, Hadari, goal. Tex got a goal back, which means all to play for once again. 1 goal deficit in this game, Brandon.
We said the next goal will be crucial to dictate which way this was going to go. Messi very much went for a solo effort there. Taking matters into his own hands for Manu. Benzema, Vitinha, no way this time. Liao. Where's that going to end up? What a save, Canate. That was very much a gift there for Manu. But the Liverpool defender doing enough with his in-game goalkeeper item. Neves, Son. Vitinha takes on, knocking on the door for that 4-4.
Opportunity was there. Benzema, strong goal.
Thought maybe that was going to be it then for a second, didn't you, when you saw the onrushing goal. Keeper, Vitinha, that's a clever cut back. Elise, all the time in the world. Can be so cruel sometimes in the AFC, can't it, Hakeem? Tex down one end, on the verge of an equaliser. One attack, a minute later in game, and he's on the back of conceding a fifth.
65th minute, still plenty of time for Tex to come back into this one, but he needs that goal quite early, I'd say, because we know Manu. It's not going to end with 5 goals. He's not going to end with 5 goals on his tally. He's going to score more.
Son, corner. And a chance to just take a quick pause with 22 minutes left of this game.
Plenty of time left, Brandon, plenty of time left. It's time for some subs. Tex is thinking what he should do. Is it layout time just yet? Or maybe waiting a little bit longer?
Question as well for the chat that are tuning in. I'm sure we can fire this one over to you. I'm sure you might know the answer to this already, Hakeem, but my question to the chat is, which African player has got the most promo items on FC25?
But I'm not gonna spoil it for you. Let's see in the chat.
See if anyone can get it in the chat. And I'll come back to you and I'll ask you who are the 10 promos, Hakeem. See if I can get on that.
We can see text chat now. So the guys in text chat, just give us a big roar.
Text is live streaming as well, correct?
Yeah, live on his channel. We can see the chat. So people, where are you watching from? Back on the... I can see Ahmed in there. I can see Patrick, see Kylan as well. Zezov, Mario. Plenty of people supporting us, so let us know, where are you watching from? And let us also know, who is the African player with the most special cards?
Who is the African player with the most special items? I can give you a little hint as well. It might give it away. He plays for Liverpool. Mohamed Salah is that correct answer. 10 promo items. Let me get a break in play, Hakeem. I'll see if you can guess quite a few of them. As it stands, Text 5-3 down as... Well, here's a perfect opportunity for it. Hakeem, take it away. What is Mohamed Salah's 10 items that he's got this year on FC25?
I'll go with a promo cards, 10 promo cards, right? Oh, 9 promo cards and 1 base card. All right, base gold card.
Yeah.
We'll definitely have a player of the month in there.
2 of those.
There you go.
So you're already on 3.
Does he have a... He has a team of the season? Must be.
He does.
He'll probably have an inform as well.
He's got 2 of those.
There you go.
So you're on 6. 6 at the moment. What's your last 4? You're looking for a 96 rated item, a 95 rated item, a 91, and a 90.
Yeah, I can tell you, Brandon. Honestly,
different promos.
You can get me the Moroccan ones. I'll tell you the Moroccan ones. But for Salah, a little bit harder.
Okay, all right, we'll swap then. At Trafikimi.
Oof. I know he has a 96 Champions
Wait, this might be quite easy for you. Yeah, he's got 2 items, don't worry. He's got a 96 Champions League and an 84 gold rated item.
That was
He hasn't really had that many promos this year, which surprises you for how good PSG have been.
You can get Brahim Diaz. I think he had like one of those cards.
I think he's only got 4, but we'll have a little look.
He had the 88, what's it called again? Globetrotters?
Globetrotters, correct. The team of the week he's got on his gold item.
There you go. Good enough for me.
Back to this one now. ...50 minutes 2 goals needed from Tex. I feel like Manu will be able just to coast this one through. Why is it even more important to keep? It's the prize pot. It goes up with a win here, doesn't it?
Exactly. If you win this game, you are sure of getting 3,000 USD. And if you lose, then you still need to play one more game. It's the 3rd place matchup, and the winner there will get $2,000. I have a question in the chat. Is Mbappe playing?
No.
Easy answer.
So there's 10 players that have been banned that are not available to use in this competition. It was a decision made by the Morocco Gaming Expo just to change things up ever so slightly, because the usual tournament EA accounts aren't being used here. The pros' actual own accounts are being used here in this competition.
Can we give a little shout to the people from Nico's stream as well? Nico is live as well. Can you get some Spanish in there, Brandon? How good is your Spanish?
Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás?
¿Qué tal?
Por favor, uno americano sin leche.
Sin leche?
Sin leche.
Yeah, there you go.
Also, sin queso.
Okay.
Sin queso.
La cuenta, por favor.
Sí.
Muy bien.
Muy bien, muy bien.
There we go. There's quite a few streams going on. Obviously, we're also live on the MGX page. There is some people watching on the MGE official side. So we have plenty of people. That's only on Twitch, also on YouTube. Plenty of action going on. Here is Tex now on the attack. Dembele trying to find some space. He's twisting, turning, trying to find it, but Cesco with a good interception. And now Renato Vega trying to push forward.
I think that could potentially do us here. And as we approach the last 2 minutes and additional time, looks like Mane Bishore is on his way to a grand final. On fine form at the moment is the Dutch pro player. Continuing his consistency. For Tex, that'll be the end of the rope. Time of just 1 minute left, and then all eyes will turn to Umit against Nicholas as Manu rounds out that performance with a 6th. 6-5. A full-time result of 6-3 between the two. And that is the end of Texas Road here at the Morocco Gaming Expo for 2025. Mane Bishore will go into the grand final. What a game. What a game. As we said, we have got so much more to come up here from Rabat with myself, Brandon Smith, and Mr. Dora. We have got another semi-final up after this. It's a rematch from Copenhagen all those years ago, the crazy FIWC final it was. It's up next as Umit will take on Nicholas to play Mane Bishore in our grand final in Morocco. Don't go anywhere. It's up after this break.
Are you ready? Morocco Gaming Expo tournaments are back.
صراحه حنا كالتيم كنلعبوا من شحال هادي، شاركنا بزاف ديال التورنوات جلوبال وبزاف ديال الحوايج. الحمد لله ترينينا وجينا وداكشي اللي كنا موجدين وراه درناه والحمد لله توفقنا وخدينا البطوله.
لي زامي مرحبا بكم مرة أخرى في بطولة موروكو جيمنج اكسبو. العد التنازلي اقترب للنهاية. الآن حنايا في النصف النهائي الثاني من بعد فوز باشور على تكس في النصف النهائي الأول. سنمر بسرعة للنصف النهائي الثاني اللي كيجمع لاعبين كبيرين ولاعبين اللي قدموا مستوى كبير. نيكولا ثاني أحسن لاعب في العالم ضد أموت اللي قصى رغم صعوبة المأمورية فخر العرب في الربع النهائي. الآن غيلتحقوا بينا وغنشوفوا شكون اللي غادي يلتحق باشور في النهائي. نذكروا بجوائز القيمة اللي كاينة في هذه البطولات في لعبة EFC. المركز الأول 50,000 درهم، المركز الثاني 30,000 درهم، والمركز الثالث 20,000 درهم. شكون اللي غادي يفوز بهذا الشيء غادي نعرفوا بعد نهاية هذه المسابقة. كنتمناو حظ موفق للاعبين اللي قدموا مستوى كبير ورغم صعوبة المأمورية الآن حاضرين معنا في النصف النهائي. ولكن قبل ما نمروا للمباراة عندنا واحد الانترفيو صير غادي يديروا لنا تجيني مرة أخرى مع اللاعبين.
Thank you so much. Okay, Nicholas, you're now in the semifinals. You're going up against Umut, something we haven't seen in a hot minute. What is your mentality going into this game?
I mean, it will be tough because it's against Umut. He's a top player, obviously a world champion. But we play already a few times in different games, so let's see how it goes.
Any words you want to share with Umut ahead of the game?
No, just good luck and enjoy.
All right, good luck and enjoy. Well, we're ready to enjoy the game ourselves, so we're going to be heading over to our casters who will be breaking down the semifinal.
Thank you very much, Gina. Yes, here we go then for our next semi-final from the Morocco Gaming Expo. Hakeem, I'm excited for this one because it's a rematch all the way back when Umit won his first World Championship. We thought that Nicholas was going to win his first World Championship on a penalty shootout. The German won it. Now they go head-to-head in a semi-final here in Morocco. We said this was to be a groundbreaking tournament for esports in Africa, but this is a match that we've been waiting years to see again.
Finally, this match is back on the way, and I'm looking forward to see who Bachor is going to take on in that final. Is it going to be Umut? Is it going to be Nicholas? Are they going to go once again head-to-head all the way to penalties?
Yep.
Or is it actually going to be just a simple game where we see a winner after 90 minutes?
Absolutely. As we said, Tex eliminated. He is out of the competition here. Bashore into the grand final. There is a match for third place between the loser, of course, Tex, against the winner, or sorry, the loser of Umit or Nicholas. And that one, of course, will be played off stream.
There is quite a bit of money to win, Brandon. Obviously, this is a total of 100,000 dirhams, roughly translated into $10,000, right? Winner will take 50,000 dirhams, or $5,000, and then we'll see a second place with $3,000 or 30,000 dirhams, and the third place will take $2,000, give or take. Might be a little exchange, of course. It's 20,000 dirhams. It's a lot of money for all of these players even to come to Morocco, have a nice holiday. In the meantime, enjoying the culture, enjoying the food, enjoying the music, and, of course, enjoying their time here in Rabat in the Morocco Gaming Expo.
How much do you think they've been on holiday versus competing in their mindset here in Rabat?
In this one, I think they're enjoying their time. There is sun, there's a beach close by, you have good food. Sounds like everything needed for a good holiday.
Absolutely. I mean, look, it's not a bad time for it to come. Look at this one, by the way. As we said, what a game this one plans to be between two absolute giants, Umit versus Nicholas here at the MGE Esport Gaming Expo Festival here in Rabat. What a game. Been a long time since we've seen these two giants go head-to-head again. I mean, if I put you on the fence, now who wins this one? For me, I sit there and I say Nicholas.
I think Nicholas has been on fire this whole tournament, but with Umit, you never know. You can never stop believing in him because he can just jump out of nowhere, score 3 goals, and be back in the game. For me, I go with Umut, although every time I go against Nicholas, he's the one to win it. So, yeah, there you go.
What's more interesting here is that Umit still needs to earn his spot at the World Championships, doesn't he? You know, Nicholas got it done and dusted pretty early into the season by his own accounts. I know he's consistent. We know he's done it for the last 8 years now. But he did it in February. The FC Pro Open, he was at the World Championships. And then further forward than that, him playing well in La Liga, FC Pro, that gave him an Champions League spot, a second league title in Spain.
And a World Cup spot as well.
And another one. He didn't need another one, did he? But that one then got passed down.
I think for him in general, talking about Nicholas, he's just Mr. Consistent. Every single World Cup for 8 years now, I think it is. 8 years. Do we know how much that is? That's insane.
We know how much prize money is because he's on the verge of hitting $1 million.
He's the first player as well that is that close to $1 million. He has the highest earnings.
I think Mr. Sari and Anders Vergang will be the closest to him, and then sort of Tex around that afterwards.
Tex did rack up quite a bit in that 2018-2019 season, where he basically won every single tournament or any other tournament. I think it was like, what did we have? Last chance LQEs, and then on top of that, like a FUT Champions Cup.
Yeah.
Every single
Premier League,
every
Club
single
World
month,
Cup.
basically.
It was that bad for Tex that he actually got to a point where I remember he wasn't turning up to LQEs. He went, I'm not going to play, because he was having to do that much travel. I think he got a permanent residency in Romania at some point.
For the Bucharest Cups.
That's how long he was there for.
Here we go. First chance immediately for Umut, but a good interception there from Nicolas. Nicolas playing in the black kits, whereas Umut is playing, obviously, in the Rasenballsport Leipzig.
Well, just having a look here. They've played quite a few times, these two. From an E-Champions League final back in 22, where Nicolas went on to win that competition in Sweden. They then matched up 3 times at the FIFA E World Cup in 2022. That was obviously where Umut went and won that World Championship title. Now they match up here in another game. The last 2 times they've matched, it has been Nicolas who has come out on top. This year in the FC Pro Open, in the global qualifier, in the playoffs part there. And in that last chance qualifier last year as well. You got a feel for it because he's probably got one of the worst records for getting close to being at the World Championships. I think it was like 3 years in a row he lost the qualifying game to get to the World Championship.
There's a lot of people like that. I know one, to be back on topic with Morocco, obviously, we know one Moroccan player who also keeps losing out in the last bit, and then that's talking about, of course, Karim is back. Here's a chance for Nicolas, but a good interception from Umut. Does lose it back again to Messi. Messi in the box. Turns away. And as we know, Nicolas, calm, cool, collected, finds space to Désiré Doué, falls to Bobby Charlton. We know he has a good shot, but the ball keeps ricocheting. Ham. Mia Ham. And now Bobby Charlton can take it back for Umut. Désiré Doué.
I mean, he's not been everyone's team, has he?
Specifically Nicolas using him quite a bit and quite a lot. Here's an opportunity now for Nicolas. Désiré Doué.
Speaking of Désiré Doué. It's a cheeky chip over the top. That time Marcus Rashford back, who looks to be a right back of all players in this team. Another one of the interesting picks.
Of course, we had the 10-player ban, so 10 players were banned from this tournament. They could not be used. Under them, we had Mbappé, we had Thierry Henry, there was Gullit, Vieira, Griezmann, of course, R9. Who am I forgetting, Brandon?
Harry Kane.
Harry Kane, yeah. Virgil van Dijk.
The list goes on. Virgil van Dijk, as you said, all the meta players.
They were...
There's a cut back. Is that our first breakthrough in this game? Elise. And then eventually Konate comes out flying to do enough to stop that one. 15 minutes in, still goalless here. As we said, the winner of this game goes through to our grand final here in Rabat, Morocco. And they'll be taking on Mani Bashoure for the big important title. That could be a chance to break away with a bit of pace there from Alexia Putellas. It is Nicolas kicking from right to left. If you're not sure about that, he's in possession now, looking to break through with Elise. And once again, Umut staying calm and collected to ensure he can do enough. It is Nicolas who did top Group B yesterday. He was superb, didn't drop a single point. Even against Tex at the end of a long group day yesterday. He got 12 points from 12. For Umut, he was in second place in his group table, just behind Mani Bashoure. There's a huge overlap here on the far-hand side. If Leao can get the ball, he can't.
Nicolas is trying to find that little bit of space against Umut, and you know the spaces are there. When Umut is playing, there are spaces. but
it's a bit different this game, isn't it, to the Tex Manny Bashore game, where we had goals in, what, 2 minutes 29? I think we had a breakthrough in that one.
and then it only kept going from there on.
It really did, didn't it? It was an unbelievable game between those two.
Here it's a little bit harder, but maybe now Umut on the left-hand side.
Odegaard fakes that player lock. Is that a breakthrough opportunity here for him now as he takes his time building into the box of Nicholas? What's more impressive for keepers, you've got Alexander Isak as a CDM in this team. Another one of the most interesting promo items that we're getting at this stage of the year on FC25.
For me, the top still remains Mamardashvili. What an impact this man has had in this tournament.
On paper right now, do you reckon we'll see him in the Esports World Cup in some
100%.
level?
100%. He's basically Petr Cech and Milinkovic-Savic, if you remember correctly. How many times did we see him in that year? Here goes Odegaard. Finds Messi. Messi. On the left-hand side, there is Immobile as a left-back. Also quite interesting.
We're just looking here. It was roughly just over 3 years ago when they played these two in that Copenhagen World Championship final, where somehow, I mean, look, you look at how different the game is now and the goals and how the gameplay feels, Dory. The fact we had 2 0-0 games. We were playing 2 legs back then, back in 2022. 2 0-0 games between them. Then it went to penalties, but Umut became world champion. It was a ridiculous game.
Isn't it the year that Umut started like playing pretty well and even won in Atlanta? That was offside, Brandon.
I thought maybe they were going to pause.
Nuno
Mendes finding Elise. Elise still for Nicholas.
Opportunity here for Nicholas. Could have broken the deadlock. But for now, still a 0-0 in this game. We need to get it back going. We need some energy from the players as well. We need some chances. We need some pings. And maybe Nuno Mendes can provide that for us.
He could be on to do exactly that, do it. He was not in control at all there. It was Elise that was there with the player lock.
There's some space from Dembele right now. If he plays that correctly, there we go. It's Leao, sorry.
He's an option though, Leao. Leao still somehow squeezes it through the legs of Konate. And that's the first goal that will bring you from this matchup. And it's something that leads by a goal to 0. But for how long? Because Nicholas is straight down the opposite end of Elise. There you go. Already square at 1-1. You just knew that was going to happen, didn't you?
It's always like that. The moment one starts scoring, everybody else starts scoring as well. You get a goal, and you get a goal, and you get a goal. Here we go again, Trivella. Good save by Konate. It's quite in the middle of the goal. Miaham also playing from CDM for Nicholas. Finds Alexia Puteas. Good through ball here to Messi.
Look at the time. Miaham can't find a way past Konate. It blows my mind that Konate's got a 98 rated goalkeeper item somehow.
What a player he is, Konate.
I'm trying to think, did he go in goal at any point?
I think he could have.
Not for Liverpool.
Oh, I think he did. Or am I tripping now?
Someone in the chat could ask, did Konate ever go in goal for Liverpool? I feel like he didn't, but you know, I know some of these items don't always make sense, like Buffon as a centre mid last year or Levi Ashton as a centre back, but
I've seen at least Giroud as a goalkeeper. That I'm pretty sure of. Now, Olise, once again, on the left-hand side, trying to find some space. Good skills, chaining some step overs, goes to Bobby Charlton, Miaham, twisting, turning, trying to find space. Got it to Desiree Doué, Olise! Ooh.
2 of those. He's just put past that right-hand post. And into the half-time we shall go. All square at 1-1 between these two.
Sound is back, Brandon, and it's back on us. We were enjoying the screen on the left-hand side, but can't do much.
You've got a lot of screens to watch from, really, haven't you? You could watch to your side on the left. or if you really want to go for it, you go for the top screen up there. I mean, the audience that are here in Rabat of us, they're quite spoiled for choice.
There we go. They turn on the audio.
If you're not aware of Brandon Smith, he absolutely loves game sound. You've got to have game sound. If any pro players watch right now that plays without game sound, I just think you're not immersed. You're not in the game. You're not there.
I can see the, what's it called? It was like the after a goal went in. You can't even hear with the number 10. Like
you can't hear. Can John come and get his car, please, from the parking stand?
We might get one as soon as well here in the stadium.
This is a message for Mr. Smith. Your car is blocking the stadium. Do you know what I mean? You missed that.
I want to hear that. Or cheers for that information, Jeff.
Yeah, I mean, I have commentated once before where they've actually played the commentators in the game. So you've got like Derek Ray and Stuart Robson commentating, then we're commentating on top of it as well. It was a bit of a headache for the audience. They had double voices going on. We're all back underway. Have we got any game sound for you and me at home? That's the bigger question.
I think not. Here we go, though. Mia Hamm.
Is this the breakthrough off the woodwork? Nicholas after just 3 minutes.
Now Umut has to provide with an answer. And boy, he did. Trying to pass it through the middle, but a good interception there from Mamardashvili. Now Alexia Putellas finds Olise. Olise to Messi. Back to Olise, he gets through. Konate with a great interception. Once again, playing it low against Konate doesn't seem like a good choice. He just keeps sweeping those balls away with his feet. Ødegaard, Messi. Goal!
Just would be, wouldn't it?
Sorry?
It just would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah, has to be Messi. Who else? Against the Iceman, of all people.
Lionel Messi giving them a 2-1 lead in this semi-final.
But has to watch out there, Umut. That's a dangerous pass. But now, once again, on the attack is Nicholas with Desiré Doué. Tries to find some space in behind, but Rodri is a pretty good player, I'd say, in this game.
He's sort of backed up, isn't he, with the season he's had.
Didn't play much, of course, because of that injury. Oh,
there's a clever pass. Alexi Mateus to give Umit. That's a tap-in, surely.
Oh, pop. It's a little bit lucky, it's a little bit scrappy, but it has to go in, and you do have to score those.
Against Nicholas, you'll take that every day, won't you?
I mean, he played it well to get there in that position, obviously.
Oh, wow. Nicholas, instant reply. Those step-overs are beautiful.
Nicholas is like, okay, fine. Umut, score. It only gives me the opportunity to score back even faster and try to break your mental. Mia Hamm finds Bobby Charlton, and now Desiré Doué once again. But a good interception from Rodri.
You feel like you always need a 2-goal cushion if possible when you're playing against Nicholas, just to keep you sort of at an arm's length away from the Iceman. There's Messi again, looking for another one. It would be him to score against the Argentine of all people. Charlton Leao. Let's look at that press from him. It's relentless, but he has got to make the most of it. Gives away a free kick in the process of doing that. We've seen Nicholas for so many years, Hakeem, at the top level. No matter where he's playing as the EFC, a 1-goal lead, let alone a 2-goal lead, is not safe against him.
It's not enough. A 2-goal lead is a dangerous lead, as we will know. Mythical sentence, I'd say. Crazy sentence. What a quote that is.
Especially in 9.5.
And especially against Nicholas.
Especially against Nicholas, especially against one of the most consistent players we've ever seen in this e-sport. Umit has got to give himself another 2-goal cushion if he can.
Now he has to watch out, because now there are opportunities for Nicholas to score. Good defending there by Mamadashvili, though.
Because alternatively, he's going to have his back against the wall. He's going to have to defend and defend and defend and defend. It's going to be a real difficult ask.
And it's only 1 goal. We're only 67 minutes in, so plenty of time for Nicholas. And here goes a foul. We know how good Nicholas is on these dead balls. Whether it's a free kick, a corner, no matter what it is. A dead ball is like half a goal for Nicholas already.
It's not going to take him long, is it? There's the extra pass. Elise, what a save, Konate.
Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow.
There's one of the big moments that he's been able to survive. I mean, he's still got a long 20 minutes, though. That's a clever foul from Teo Hernandez, who no doubt will go into the book there for Nicholas. But if he wouldn't have made that tackle, sorry.
That would be a 2 against 1.
Could have found himself in a real spot of bother.
Now, Immobile. Gets Ødegaard. Trivela!
Oh, wow! Umit! With a huge goal in the complexion of this game. It's a 2-goal cushion. It's a time green Trivela. When they get hit like that, they are so sweet. We asked the question, Zakeem, can he hold on? Umit, can he get a 2-goal cushion again behind him? Yes, he can.
73rd minute, and it's still 4-2. There's plenty of time left for Nicholas to get back into this game. But he needs that goal and has to watch out that he doesn't concede once again, because Umit is back in possession, still trying to attack.
I also think this really does suit Umit playing in Morocco in this sort of tournament, because in some ways, where there's not the pressure on him of, right now he's not playing for a world championship spot, he's not playing for a career defining moment that could end his season, so to speak, but where he's had that ability just to enjoy his FC a bit more, I think he's been able to put himself across even stronger in a game like this against Nicholas.
Did you see where the goalkeeper was?
Yeah, well, how aggressive was that from Nicholas? I know he was trying to force the ball back, which he did do, only for a minute.
I think he was expecting that one touch pass through by Umut. And now then.
You can see it again, just keep an eye on the mini-map of how much that goalkeeper will be moved by Nicholas.
I mean, Konate is still a defender in my eyes, so.
Yeah, probably got some unbelievable stats still, hasn't he?
Playing as some sort of libero. It was like the flying man. Here is a chance now. Messi! Saved off the line.
Survives another 10 minutes as Umit. He's just 10 minutes away now from a grand final. Against Mani Bashore. That one onside. Bobby Charlton, he times it red.
But it's a goal. It stands.
He won't care. We said he survived 10 minutes, but he didn't survive much longer than that, Umit. 38 seconds into the last 10. He concedes again.
You can see that Immobile card, actually insane. Left back, right back, left mid, and right mid card. Can play basically everywhere. Same as Liao. Center attacking mid, right wing, striker. These guys are so multi-usable.
He's basically got about 9 or 10 shapeshifters in that team, hasn't he?
Must have like Ødegaard, Charlton at least. That's 2. Puteas is 3. Isak.
Konate.
And then left we had Alouairan. So there has to be like at least half of his team. Nine minutes to try and equalize this game. He still has plenty of time, Nicholas, to try and find that equalizer, that all-important equalizer to set this game up for extra time.
You do not write him off, do you, Nicholas? There's the equaliser, as expected.
He remains so calm.
2 goals in 2 minutes.
He remains so calm.
Now watch him go and grab a match winner.
Konate with a big save there. Corner coming in quickly. We know that what that means when Nicholas is doing that.
You know who he was looking for, don't you?
Mardashvili.
Dispossessed Umit. How can he respond now? We had a 2-goal lead just a few moments ago. Are we in for our first extra time period here in Morocco, in fact? Of course, it wasn't in use in the group stages. But could be used here. Lionel Messi. An opportunity now to get that match winner for Umit. Finds Pateas, who does time it. Unfortunately, that goes wide. Like a time green shot there for a second from Alexia Pateas. It goes anywhere but towards the goal.
We might go to our first extra time, Brandon, here.
I mean, it would, wouldn't it, between these two?
We weren't expecting anything else. Maybe the scoreline, a 0-0, a 0-0, would have been good. But in Morocco, we know goals are being scored at Messi.
Oh, Nicholas! In the trademark Nicholas fashion.
He didn't even flinch.
Let alone flinch. I don't think he even blinked. The Iceman was 2 goals down. He might have just snatched a winner in a semi-final. It looks like he set himself up for a day in a grand final here in Rabat, Morocco against Mani Bashor, unless he can get the ball back. No, he can't. It's Nicholas doing Nicholas things. He goes through to a grand final, and for Umit, he'll be thinking to himself, I've just thrown away a massive opportunity there with a 2-goal lead that he had.
What a game that has been. Nicholas against Umut. This time, Nicholas came out victorious, whereas the last time these guys played, it was the finals. It was Umut winning.
We had to wait 180 minutes the last time these two played in a final of this level back at the World Championships back in 2022. Of course, they played a handful of times last year, but that is our semi-finals done and dusted. From the 10 players that came here to Rabat, Morocco for the Morocco Gaming Expo, there's just 2 that remain. Mani Bashore, a world champion in his own right, against one of the most consistent players this esport has ever seen in Nicholas, looking to add an extra 5k onto his prize pot tally that he's earned. What a grand final we have in front of us.
I will say easy money for Nicholas. Already sure to grab 3,000, and now he can only go up to 5,000. So it's going to be an interesting final. Bachor against Nicholas.
What do we reckon?
It's a hard one. It's a really hard one to get. Bachor has been good, but he's like doing his business and nothing more, not a skilling, nothing flashy. He's just there. He makes his goals, scores, wins the games, goes next.
It's all been strictly business, hasn't it, for him? But then for Nicholas, I mean...
And Nicholas is always business, so...
could it be any more Nicholas, that performance there? He obviously concedes 2 goals. Next thing you know, he's in his way to a grand final. Again, that's coming up next. That's it from the commentary desk for the semi-finals. Big final on the way.
شكرا مروان، شكرا ارتيني، شكرا براند، شكرا مستر دوري. تعليق باللغه الانجليزيه والتعليق باللغه العربيه هنا ساحه الارينا ديال الاطلس اللي شاهدنا فيها مقابله نصف النهائي الثاني، واللي مازال عندنا مقابله نهائيه اللي غادي تكون اليوم، وبيان سور غدا ان شاء الله في اليوم الاخير غتكون عندنا النهائيات ديال فالورانت، والمقابله اللي غادي تجمع تيتوجي كونتر فويد ووركرز. الان كيف ما شاهدنا مازال كيف ما قلنا عندنا الفينال، ولكن قبل ما ندوزو الفينال غتكون عندنا واحد فتره رائعه صراحه، شو ماتش ما بين دي زانفلونسور اللي كلنا كنعرفوهم تقريبا في اي اف سي، ولا يكونوا حاضرين هنايا باش يلعبوا واحد 2 ماتش. الماتش الاول باللاعبين العاديين، والماتش الثاني غيكون سبيسيال. من الماتش الاول نذكروا بلي غيلعبوا 2 ضد 2، يعني ماشي كيف ما كنشاهدوا الان 1 ضد 1، ماتشات عاديين وماتشات مستوى عالي. دابا غنطيحوا شويه الريتم باش نوجدوا الفينال ديالنا اللي بيان سور غادي تكون رائعه، وغادي نعرفوا شكون هو البطل ديال موروكو جيمنج اكسبو 2025، وشكون غيفوز ب 50,000 درهم في المركز الاول، المركز الثاني 30,000 درهم، والمركز الثالث 20,000 درهم. نعم حنايا تقريبا في النهايه ديال هذه البطوله اكثر من رائعه في قصر الرياضات امير مولاي عبد الله. والان بيان سور عندنا هنا في الرباط ماشي غير تورنوات اسبور، بل عندنا معرض اللي فيه ورشات ندوات ودي ستوند ديال شركات عالميه والشركات المغربيه وشخصيات رائعه اللي كيكون عندنا في الندوات. وكنتمنى ان شاء الله كل شيء يكون دوز وقيته زوينه معنا، الجمهور اللي حاضر معنا والمشاهدين اللي حاضرين في النقل المباشر كل من منصه فيسبوك تويتش او لا بيان سور يوتيوب اللي حاضرين معنا. كنوجه لكم تحيه لانه نتوما بديتوا معنا من الاقصائيات هذه شهرين اللي كانوا فيها ادوار رائعه جدا، مستوى في لاعبين مبتدئين لاعبين محترفين اللي كنشكرهم لانهم نجحوا في هذه البطوله وخلاو صوره رائعه في العالم ديال الايسبور وفي اللاعبين ديال الايسبور في المغرب. وان شاء الله نشوفوا نسخ قادمه بطريقه اكثر من رائعه ونشوفوا ابطال اخرين واكتشاف مواهب، لان هذا هو دور ديال موروكو جيمنج اكسبو، اكتشاف مواهب جديده في كل من الالعاب. والعام الجاي ان شاء الله لماذا نشوفوا العاب جديده من غير فالورنت اي اف سي ستريت فايتر وفالورنت. الان غندوزوا للاستقبال ديال هاد الجوج الفريق الاول اللي كيتكون من ستريمر ديال فيفا معروف، ستريمر احسن ستريمر ديال فيفا في المغرب، ولا ما قلنا سميتو كلشي غادي يعرفوه، غيكون اكومباني مع صانع محتوى اللي تا هو كنعرفوه اللي كيلعب تا هو اي اف سي. فريق اللي كيتكون من كل يونس فيلالي ومهدي حلمي. تفضلوا معنا، فريق كبير دخول رائع، انظر الله 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 جميله جميله وكل شيء، تصفيقات حاره لهم تصفيقات حاره لهم. مرحبا بكم معنا. شوف كي جاتكم شتو الدور ديال اللاعبين المحترفين في
حققت الحلم ديالي ديال نولي جوار برو.
سيجي باش حاس شريف وتاكس ملي كيدخلوا
هو الصراحه
كاين ضغط،
هما كيلعبوا مع اموت انا نلعب مع الريد لاين
ياك. مرحبا بك مهدي.
راه واحد الخلعه صاحبي، ماشي بحال كذا تفرج من الليل.
ياك كنت كتفرج من الليل دابا.
لا دابا الجو مبدل شويه هنايا، كاين شويه البرد هنا الصراحه.
ياك صراحه مرتاح موجدين الماتش ديالكم.
ضروري. الخصم سهل الصراحه، ماشي شي حاجه اللي صعيبه.
رساله موجهه ديريكت.
داكشي عادي عادي جدا.
ياك
بريكول خفيف ويمشي.
وكوتشيت مهدي مزيان، عطيتو التعليمات وغنلعبوا تيكي تاكا.
بغينا نشوفوا كيميستري خياليه. تفضلوا الاماكن ديالكم، تصفيقات حاره للفريق الاول اللي حاضر معنا في هذا الشو ماتش. الان عندنا الفريق الثاني، عرفنا الاسم الاول احسن صانع محتوى شخصيا من عندي في المغرب في الجيمنج، شفنا الريلات ديالو شفنا البروفيل ديالو في انستغرام كل مره كيخرج لنا تحفه في لي ريل. الان حاضر معنا باش يلعب الماتش ديالو، ولكن غيكون اكومباني بان جوار بروفيسيونيل، جوار اللي كيلعب فريق الرجاء الرياضي، لاعب اللي دا اي بطوله في النسخه الماضيه وفيناليست ديال هذه النسخه، ماشي شريف ولكن اللاعب لورد ايمن. تصفيقات حاره الفريق لورد ايمن والريد لاين. الريد لاين فرحان ما عرفش راسو غيخسر هذا الماتش. جيز مرحبا بكم معنا الريد لاين. باش حسيتي دابا داخل فهمتي الدخله ديال اللعابه ديال البرو؟
خويا احساس بشكل انني نكون في هذا الستيج بصراحه واعر بزاف. صافي بليزير نكون حاضر معكم هنايا. غير هو سمعت شي هضره كيقولوا ريد لاين ما ريد لاين هو العيان في الفريق. هذاك
شوف قصدك ديريكت ياك لورد ايمن انت مولف بهذا الشيء، مولف بهذا
انا تايق في التيم ديالي ريد لاين رابحين 100%. ماشي اول مره غنلعبوا كو اوب انا وياه.
اوكي
سيغت كيبقى شو ماتش ولكن غنربحوا ان شاء الله.
انتم بالي داخلين
شوف شو ماتش ماشي شو ماتش ديما كومبيتيتيف
ديما شوف انت ديجا في لاسين كومبيتيتيف. هذا العام ان شاء الله شناك مع فريق الرجاء الرياضي وكيفاش قدمتي مستوى كبير. الان عندك ماتش كبير شوف ديسيسيف، اعتبر راسك لاعب فينال ديال اي بطوله كونتر يونس ومهدي. تفضلوا للمكان ديالكم ساحه المعركه ديالنا المباراه ديال الشو ماتش اللي غادي تكون من جوج مقابلات. المقابله الاولى اللي غادي تلعب لاعبين عاديين بفروق عاديه في مود كلاسيك، والمباراه الثانيه غنخليوها مفاجاه نشوفوا يعني شنو مخبين لنا اللي صانع محتوى ديالنا اللي صراحه غادي نستمتعوا معاهم باش ندوزوا مباشره بعد ذلك الى نهائي بطوله موروكو جيمنج اكسبو. نخليو للمعلقين ديالنا يستمتعوا بهذه المقابله هذه، مروان الريفن وارتشيني.
اذا مرحبا بكم متابعينا الكرام في هذه المباراة شو ماتش ما بين لاعبين ونجوم صراحة شفناهم كنشوفهم ديما رشيني في مواقع التواصل الاجتماعي ريد لاين الانستغرام وكذلك على اليوتيوب بعض المرات تويتش
مرة
باش كتدخل شي
كيجي
جيم
كيزورنا
جديدة.
مرة
لا باش تدخل شي جيم جديدة
كيمشي كيكتشف تما
كيدير فيها 96 ساعة لايف ستريم ولكن انستغرام ويوتيوب ما شاء الله مهدي حلم صراحة يوتيوب بالمناسبة مهدي حلم ديما تيلعب اي اف سي
فنان
اخر البرامج ديالو على اليوتيوب كانت مسيرة مدرب نشوفوا اليوم واش داك الشيء اللي كان تيقول اللعابه ديالو
واش غادي يطبق اليوم هو ملي يكون هو اللي يتحكم ولا لا.
هذا بيان سور المعروف الذي لا يعرف اكبر ستريمر ديال الاي اف سي في المغرب
اكزاكتومون احسن ستريمر
في المغرب ديال الاي اف سي في المغرب دونك
يونس الفيلالي صاحبي
يونس سعيد
الا خسرتي اليوم غنطلعها عليك اصاحبي طبيعة الحال معنا
خاصو يبدا ستريمي
شكون هو؟
امين
ايمن ما فهمتش ليش كيتكاسل
دابا المشكل ديالي هو ايمن حيد النظر وليت كنقولوا امين
ولا لا ما تغلطش استاذ ايمن الازامي فيناليست ديال اي بطوله غادي يهز الريد لاين على كشافو غادي يربحوا في هذا الماتش هذا دونك نتمناو يكون واحد الماتش
لا خويا ريد لاين غادي يلعب غادي يلعب
تينيس اما طابو يكون واحد الماتش زوين غيكون فان نضحكوا غادي نشطوا غادي نهرسوا داك الروتين ديال الكومبيتيتيف اللي كان عندنا في التورنو ديال الام جي او شو ماتش الهدف ديما الاوفيسيال ديالو انا نضحكوا ونخلقوها بيناتنا وصافي ما كاينش حاجه كومبيتيتيف ما كاينش زعما شي سبب يخليك زعما انك تربح بزاف ولا شي حاجه.
انا لاحظت كاين واحد الباترن هنايا
قول لي
جايبين ايمن جايبين يونس زعما يونس هو البرو بلاير زعما ولا
ودابا كيقارنوا يونس ستريمر بنيفو
يونس
برو بلاير ما فهمتش
يونس كيكا
ما عرفتش دابا
يونس كيكا
انا عارف هذه القضيه سيكو يونس كيكا انا كنتيق في الاختيارات ديال الناس عندنا فهمتي ماشي ما غاديش يختاروا يونس هكاك هباء منثورا
وقيلا مهدي هو البرو بلاير
يمكن يا واقيلا مهدي هو البرو بلاير ويونس هو صانع المحتوى ما عرفناش نتاكدوا وسط الماتش نشوفوا شكون اللي غادي يعطيو هذا الريزلت زوينه ما كيف ما كنت كنقول بلي راه شو ماتش فهمتي الهدف الرئيسي ديالو هو اننا
السؤال المطروح اخويا عرفتيني غنسولك
سولني
واش ريد لاين فريمون يعطيو مانيطا ولا غيعطيو مانيطا طافيه؟
غيعطيوه مانيطا ما فيهاش الكابل غيبقى يلعب الازامي غيبقى سميتو كاين بروكلا سميتو بلاير لوك كنت يلعب براسو ولكن لا كنضحكوا معاك رضا واخا
اصلا كاع
كيضحك من اقدم اللعابه صراحه في فيفا من نهار قلت على رضا صراحه هو كيدير فيديوهات ديال فيفا فغتكون عنده واحد الباك جراوند مزيان حنا عارفين سيكو الدري فهمتي عنده واحد النيفو مزيان ماشي مقارنه ما يتقارنش مع ايمن صراحه
اللي كاين خيار عرفتيني انت عارفينك انفلونسور اي اف سي الا بغيتي تمشي تطلع ولا شي حاجه تخليني نكمل بوحدي ماشي مشكل
ياك زعما لك تشوف الا كنت كنبرزطك ولا شي حاجه قول لي نوض دابا
لا زعما توقف على شي طلعه اخويا الله حق شي طلعه
والله شي طلعه الله يا خويا نجيب لك التعادل
توقعات لا لي توقعات
لا نعطيك واحد التوقع زوين
شي توقع مجنون
نعطيك واحد التوقع ناضي وغيكون منطقي بزاف حيت انفو غنقول لك شنو التوقع ونقول لك علاش غتفق معايا انا كنتوقع سيك يونس ومهدي غيربحوا
يونس ومهدي
حيت ايمن مسكين ما بقاش كافي باش انه يربح الاخر هاز واحد الحجره ثقيله على ظهره
راك بنتي لي ريد لاين كاع ماك تعرفوا ريد لاين راه ما تيخسرش بنتيجه كبيره تيخسرها بجوج بثلاثه اربعه خمسه ماشي زعما ديما هو راه تيخسر ولكن بنتيجه صغار
الرأفه وصافي مع الرأفه
كيسخن ريد لاين تيسخن
كيديروا بحساب راه كونتنت كريتور كذا كيبغيو يشوفوا لي ماتش ديالو قدام الناس ما غادي يكون ماتش زوين هذه مأكد منها 100% غادي يكون ماتش زوين
غادي كيتحمل يلعب بي ار غيدخل يلعب ديريكت
شو والله كيسخنوا اكثر
مسخن يديك
غلبوا فيفا ما غلبوش ماتش في الواقع راه اخو
نايس
ولكن شو يونس الساطم كونسونطري ما على بالوش
كونسونطرين
غيضرب لي زيا شو زعما كيدير
ما كيديروا لا حركات لا والو
حتى شويه يونس راه طرياردر واخا هكاك فهمتي كيبغيش يخسر ميم سي يكون زعما يشوف ماتش يلعب ماشي دري صغير غيبغي يربحوا بشي ريزلطه كبيره كيبغي ديما يرضي الايغو ديالو وكذا ما مهدي حتى هو كشار
ولكن الكاسكيطه ناضيه
لا الكاسكيطه ديال يونس ويلي
ناضيه
ما تخافش عليها
ليميتد اديشن ما عندش كلشي هاد الكاسكيطات
عندها يونس بوحدو
خرج
واحد كيلبسها
او يسولوا كيبدل بهم ولا 3 كيبدل بهم
3 جوج علاش 3 لا ولكن ايمن كيبان لي مكونسونطري مزيان انت كيسولوا على الرولز والعالم علاش زعما علاش ما عنديش الحق نلعب
ريد لاين باش عطاهم الكود هذه خدمته باش عطاهم الكود
صافي موصل حتى هو غيبقى يوصل غير لي باس لايمن باش هو يماركي في الاخر
ما علاش بدينا ضرنا اليوم ما فهمتش ولينا اغريسيف شويه
ولينا كنطوكسيكاو شويه
ما فهمتش لا خوتي نتوما واعرين تبارك الله عليكم ما عرفتش حاجه الدراري صحابنا داك الشيء
اكزاكتومون حنا كنضحكوا معاهم وكذا كنتسناو الماتش ديالهم يبدا انا كنتسنى هذا الماتش اكثر ما كنتسنى الفينال باش نكون في راسي
بصح
نهضر معاك ماشي ماتش جوج ماتشات والله شي قمه المتعه الساطا
دابا باش نقول واحد المعلومه
قول
ايمن ويونس بجوجهم ديجا كانوا لاعبين ديال المنتخب الوطني بري سيليكسيون
معلومه معروفه هذه ديجا الدراري كانوا ايمن راه باقي بروم يونس اختار انه يمشي يكمل في كرياسيون كونتوني حاجه مزيانه
صراحه حيت عرفتي علاش لو كان ما كانش يونس كيستريمي ما يكون عندنا حتى شي ستريمر في اي اف سي في المغرب
صراحه
حيت الدراري الاخرين كيستريميو ماشي كونسيستنت ماشي تقدر يستريمي لك نهار في السيمانه نهار في الشهر نهار 15 يوم
يونس تحسب لي صراحه
كل يوم كيستريمي في كيك دونك برافو ليه ما عندك ما تسالو دونك باش تلقى انك كل نهار تستريمي اخويا راه صعيب عاوتاني
صراحه بالاخص ستريمينغ زعما داكشي كيكون الرياكشن لايف وكيكون عندك واحد لا كونيكسيون لايف مع الفيورز ديالك ماشي ديما كتكون في المود ماشي ديما كيكون النيفو ديالك مزيان ماشي ديما كيكونوا الظروف سانحه باش ان يدوز واحد ستريم مزيان مي يونس كيجي كيضرب كاع هاد الاعذار عرض الحائط كيدير داكشي اللي هو باغي كيطلق ستريم كينجوي مع الدراري ديالو
نشوف انا الجمهور ديال يونس انا بالي كاين جمهور ديال يونس حاضر هنايا بالي كاين رايشور كاين كايزا فهمتي كايزا كايزا حاط رجل هنا ورجل هنايا فهمتي كايزا حاط رجل هنا ورجل مع ريد لاين ورجل مع يونس اللي ربح
مع الرابحه ديما كايزا مع الرابحه فهمتي
كاين بروطو تا هو موجود كاين دراري زوين
كاين امجد كيسلم علينا من هنا صاحبي
لا كاين دراري تبارك الله حاضرين وجوه جميله حاضرين
درتي لي الاستيك ودريبليتيني ما عطيتينيش بريديكسيون
ديالك لا والو
لا انا بريديكسيون لا رونالدينيو ما تقولش لي رونالدينيو واقف قدامك فان دايك اصاحبي
ولكن بلاتي قبل ما نعطيك بريديكسيون يا ربي يبدا الماتش دغيا اش بالك في ريد لاين
ريد لاين فينا كوتي
ريد لاين في
حامض لا زعما لا ما كايناش هاد الهضره
لا شي الجمهور هذا واحد الريد لاين حتى من صاحبو جيبو معاه كيديموتيفي
حتى هو كيديموتيفي شي جانبي العمل زعما ماشي
تخيل دابا الريد لاين تيديموتيفي صاحبو دابا كيفاش بغينا حنا هما كيشجعوا صافي هما تيشجعوا
لا راه صراحه من ناحيه زعما كرياسيون دو كونتوني بالنسبه لي نمبر 1 في المغرب باش ما نكذبش عليك في الدومين جيمنج
اخويا واحد الفيديو
ابار الافكار
واحد الريل لاحو مؤخرا اخويا راه تسطيا
ماشي غير الافكار مي حتى الطريقه كيفاش كيتخدم داكشي
ان جيم شويه كيمشي ريل لايف شويه ان جيم واعر
داكشي ولا مخدوم بواحد النيفو بروفيسيونيل اللهم بارك دونك فهمتي الدري وصل لواحد النيفو زوين بزاف وكيشرفنا حنا انه يكون كرياتور كونتوني مغربي واصل لهذا النيفو هذا مكولابي مع بزاف ديال الشركات الكبرى دونك كدي واحد الحاجه اللي زوينه بزاف نتمناو نشوفوا بزاف من الريد لاين
ولكن شوف الا قلنا ستريمين مالك ستريمين اي اف سي في المغرب هو يونس مالك يوتيوب في اي اف سي هو مهدي حلم
سالينا
كارير
مود
خليك كاين اللي شنو كاين اللي كتخرج الجيم شهر 9 شهر 10 تيدير لنا واحد شهر شهرين وراه واحد 10 شهور اخرى تيغبر علينا ما تيبقاش
معني عليا الله يرحم لك الوالدين
كندوي يوتيوب اصاحبي انت راه ارشي ستار مع ارشيني اللعيبات
كاين الكونتوني
راك خدام زعما انا كنت نقول صافي فريمون تيغبروا تيمشيو يلعبوا الار بي ويمشيو يلعبوا دونك لا انا مهدي حلم تبارك الله غير في شهر 5 اللي حلينا مسيره مدرب مهنه مدرب
هو كيدير هادشي اللي كيدير
ولكن اخويا مهدي بغينا مهنه لاعب شهر 7
على ماشي ديجا درتي هذا العام ما درتيهاش درتيها شوف ما حافظش
مهنه مدرب اصاحبي
ما حافظش الدروس ديالك الساط السيد راه كيدير كلشي
برافو اخويا شوف عاود لعب ولعب مع الهلال بلاصه حمد الله
ما كايناش الدوريات المغربيه هنا ما كايناش الرجاء ما كاينش
لا كاين في بطوله داك الشيء
كاين داك في بطوله بغيت داك الشيء صراحه
اوميزون
خير علينا فهاد
الحق نسينا حنا اوميزون كيستريمي اي اف سي واش نسينا اوميزون كيستريمي اي اف سي
انا عاقل على اوميزون
كنا نقولوا مالك ستريمين ديال الاي اف سي هو يونس خويا مالك ستريمين هو اوميزون
خويا حنا غير
ماشي يونس
حنا غير واحد
ماشي كاع مدار يونس كاع كونسونطري تقول لهم ماني تخاسر باش
كنديروا الخاطر العباد الله يحفظك
ياك
كنسلكوا البنادم كنبغيو كلشي يمشي فرحان
كنصبغوا
كلشي
أوميزون.
يمشي
كنصبغوا
اوميزون بوحدها اما زعما اللعيبه اللي قلنا عليهم صحيحه 100% فهمتي
اللي ما كيعرفش اوميزون كيفاش ما كيعرفش
كيفاش ما كيعرفش اوميزون هو النهار كامل هو واقف تما مسكين
راه هو هذا
ربا لي مول بكثر يبقى واقف تما ما اوميزون شو بعيد على الضحك ما داير خدمه زوينه صراحه هادشي باش تبقى النهار كامل
دابا اوميزون باش كيسطيك باش اوميزون باش كيسطيك كنا كنلعبوا لي كاليف كنساليو لي كاليف انا مازال راجع في الطريق للدار
كطلع لي نوتيفيكاسيون تاعنا
كيطلع لي نوتيفيكيك درايف تشامبيون ولادات فهمتي تشامبيون لادات نجيبوا الرانك وان
انا باقي غادي هو راه دخل وكلا وارتاح وطلق ستريم مجهد كيبقى عنده الجهد اللهم بارك غتلقى بحال اليوم غدا غنساليو الجيمنج وورد ان شاء الله يطلق ستريم عاوتاني بالليل لاعب اليوم كاليفيكاسيون في الشامبيون
يقول لي ريكاب ام جي عاود لي
هذا اول ستريم غيكون ريكاب ام جي ما عنديش فيها شك
عاود لي واحد السيام اخرى ستريم
كونتوني يا ساط
كل نهار ستريم فيه ريكاب ديال داي 1 ريكاب داي 2 ريكاب غادي يخدم بهذاك الكونتون
كيلعب بجوج ديال لي كونت انا راه كنلعب 5 الماتشات كنطفى
هذه فيها اكونت
شوف صافي انا غنسكت عرفتي علاش غنسكت حيت السيد مشى اول حاجه ثاني حاجه لان الماتش ديالنا بدا ما عطاوناش شكون اللي لعب شكون اللي البيض شكون اللي الحمار
شوف باين الجهه اليسريه المغرب والجهه اليمنيه المغرب
دونك حنا كنشجعوا المغرب كاع عليك
ديما المغرب
دونك اللي ربح فيهم غنكون فرحان ملي بالك كيدير بلاي لوك عرفوا ايمن
كنتمناو ان من لا ريجي انهم يعطيونا ليماج ديال المباراه على الصوره الرئيسيه بالفعل وبالتالي هنا البدايه ديال المباراه ما بين اللاعبين ما بين الريد لاين والريد لاين هو اللي ماركا الريد لاين هو اللي ماركا ما ينحيد الشد
كيسلام
لا خدمه كامله دارها يونس فهمتي
دار ايمن طاغي
يعني هنا ريد لاين طاب ان كيما مود رونالدو
دار كل شيء شدوا من يده بحال شي دري صغير قال لي هاك يلا ضربها ماركا
بعد من ريد لاين هو اللي ماركا الهدف اصاحبي ريد لاين اذا ريد لاين بعد جميع الانتقادات كيماركي لنا الهدف الاول يعني مهدي حلم الان امام ومع يونس مهدي حلم تيقول لي يونس زيدني انا زيدني
لا يونس دابا كيفكر مسكين انه الا خسر هذا الماتش غادي يكون تحت انتقادات ديال الفيور ديالو ما غاديش يرحموا هذه بطبيعه الحال يخرجوا عليه شي سميه جديده
برايم دياز ولكن بونو اذا في هذه اللحظات عطيه الله اذا من هام ومن دايلا عطيه الله وكذلك عندك كره ممتازه رائعه للزلزولي ولكن بونو
هذا كيتشايمي هذا ناضي هذا اللي كيتشايمي
هذا بين ايمن
لا ما نظنش هذا رضا واقع
الا عنده كرونوس كره مع زياش الى الامام عن طريق من شي واحد في الدراري كره مع زياش وتتراجع عن طريق مهدي حلم باينه ولكن ضاعت في هذه اللحظات. كنعتقد ان مهدي حلم هو المايطه الحمراء ويونس هو المايطه الزرقاء بطبيعه الحال. كره مع الكعبي زياش تمريره ولكن ضائعه. تعود من جديد الان عن طريق زياش عدلي الى حكيمي الى مرابط الى تشارلسون ممتازه راهي عن طريق ابراهيم دياز كيدور ابراهيم دياز ممتازه عن طريق عدلي الى كعبي اذا الكعبي تسديده غير مؤطره.
انا عندي سؤال كنطلب من مهدي انه يجاوبني في الكاميرا واش مهدي لعب بريسيزيون كونسونطري السيد ما كاينش انا باغي يربح حيت فهمتي لعبتي ليا مزيان بريسيزيون ما وجههاش مزيان. يونس انا عارفو كيلعب بريسيزيون ديجا
زياش ممتازه رايا الكعبي من جديد. الكعبي هنا هذا يونس في التسديده ولكن تخرج ضربه ركنيه.
يونس كيحتفل بحال راه ماركا
حيت ما يماركش المهم على لعبه كره اماميه. اذا ما بين مباراة جميلة ما بين الريد لاين لورد أيمن الأزمي وكذلك يونس 93 يونس 93 وكذلك مهدي حلم. صراحة زعما مشكورين الدراري على العمل الكبير اللي كيديروه في هذا ولكن لا نحسبوها يونس.
سير نحسبي في راسي هذه واحد
لواحد يونس ماشي مشكل. إذا كرة أمامية مع نصيري هنا كيتقدم هنايا هذا الريد لاين.
لا رضا انا متاكد
هذا ايمن لا هذا ريد لاين. اذا كره ممتازه رائعه عن طريق امرابط الى عبدي الزلزولي ممتازه رائعه جميله امرابط الى نصيري ريد لاين عنده في المايطه غير اكس ومربع
صافي
باص
لعب ديك الموضوع هادشي ديال دوبل صافي ديال
اذا انا عندي ريد لاين. لماذا يا ريد لاين؟ لماذا يا ريد لاين؟ ريد لاين هنايا كيضيع الهدف
شوفوا نقاشات ومهاوشات ما بين تيم ميتس
كان غيضربوا. زياش والعارضه الثانيه
سيريونس حسابي في راسي حتى هي هذه 2-1
حسبنا لك
حتى هذه نحسبوها استاذ.
واخيرا مهدي حلمي يسجل في هذه اللحظات الهدف التعادل
وكيسيليبريو عليهم كيحتفلوا مهدي.
يونس كيسكتهم
يونس راه ناض كيسكت ليه في الناس.
يونس كيسكتهم في هذه اللحظات صراحه. الماتش هذا وقع يكون احسن من الفينال. هنايا مباراة جميلة جدا بين اللاعبين، هنا احتفالات بين اللاعبين.
صراحة كنلاحظوا ان برود الدم اللي عند ريد لاين وعند ايمن ميمسي ماركاو ما احتفلوش، ناضوا احتفلوا بيناتهم ما توكسيكاوش. مي العرق اللي توكسيك كاين في يونس انا مأكد هو اللي اثر على مهدي انا عارفه ظريف ما كيتوكسيكاش على الناس. مي التاثير ديال يونس الساط ما كيكونش غير في السوشيال ميديا، كيكون في الواقع. بالعكس الواقع كيكون كبر من السوشيال ميديا. عدلي كيتقدم
كان نصيري هنايا شي لعبه اكس 100% حيت
هي اللي كيعرف يدير لا
ضربة خطا.
وغنشوفوا شكون اللي كيتفرج في ليتوريا ديالي.
ريد لاين عطينا ريد لاين ناري ريد لاين
وانت غتيري
ريد لاين تيري ريد لاين
تيري راه غيصيفط برا.
شو هذوك واقفين لي جوج ريد لاين ولكن
لا زوينه
مخالفه للقانون. حط لي جوج لعبه في
فاش مخالفه للقانون. انت باغي تصاوب شي قانون جديد انا نحسبوها حتى هي ماشي مشكل. شحال قلنا جوج برات ديال يونس وهذه هي النتيجه 3-2.
مخالفه القانون ديال البرو كلوب دريد كابيتال ستارز والدراري اللي حاضرين غيعرفوا.
ويلي ما زعما دير اللعبه
جوج برات اصاحبي كاردينا كافي.
ويلي
بونو
اول مره نعرف ان هذه القضيه صراحه ما نكذبش عليك.
كره خطيره نصير هذا ايمن
ما يضيعهاش
حيت كان الريد لاين عنده مربع. كره ايمن والهدف.
ويلي
الثاني ايمن
ناض احتفل
ايمن يسجل والريد لاين يحتفل.
دراري حتى دراري شي سيليبراسيون عاديه علاش ديما توكسيك وكذا علاش؟
صراحه مباراه جميله. ريد لاين كيعطينا مباراه للتاريخ.
اعظم مباراه في التاريخ ديال ريد لاين هي هذه. دونك ناري حيد نضاطر
ناري يولي يشوف 100 دابا. اذا كره مع ريد لاين لا دا ايمن كيتقدم ولكن التدخل ديال مهدي حلم. رجع كره مع الان مع فريق ديال الريد لاين. كره خطيره ريد لاين ولكن تسلل.
لا من تسلل راه بيلانتي ولكن افونتاج ديال البيت.
ثاني تسلل هدف ثالث في المباراه. الامور نقدروا نقولوا يونس ومهدي حلم يدخلوا في مرحله شك.
لا ما كاين مرحله شك لا والو. حنا حاسبين لهم ديك الجبارات اللي داروا دابا 3-3 استاذ.
حسابنا في راسنا حنايا.
انا حسابي في راسي استاذ بعدا انا
3-3 يعني واخا النتيجه كتبان 3-1 ولكن حنا حاسبين 3-3
ومدخلين المزراوي كاسر
رياضيين الدراري. هذا اللي كاسر 100%.
هذا ايمن هذا مجنون.
لاعب فهمتي ار بي كاسر. علاش؟ والبيلدات هذو راه كينقلوا هذا البيلدات ديال برو كلوب
هذا كانوا الدراري كيلعبوا برو كلوب اكثر ما كيلعبوا التيميت تيم وقيره.
ار بي كاسر. وشوف تلقى المدافعين حتى هما ار بيات مش كلشي يقول كيجري
كلشي كيجري.
إذا هنايا عودة المباراة 3-1 نتيجة قاسية جدا وضياع الكرة فور تنفيذ الكيك اوف وبالتالي تعود من جديد. الكرة الآن مع يوسف نصيري لأشرف حكيمي رائعة البالون دور أشرف حكيمي قريبة إن شاء الله. الكرة مع عطية الله مع إبراهيم دياز خلف المدافع ولكن تأخر.
لا ما فيها والو
سير مهدي حلم يرفع يونس على كتفيه. يعني يونس كيحتفل واخا مهدي حلم اللي ماركا.
يونس غندير راسي مشوش بالله راه مد يدو باش يسلم عليه والاخر بقى كيسيليبري ما شافوش.
اذا انا
لا بونو حاضر اصاحبي
بونو صح. اذا نرجعوا لزياش نرجعوا على القضيه.
شنو دابا اصاحبي نعتمدوا على الريزولط اللي كاينه ولا نديروا حسابنا في راسنا 3-2 ولا 4-2
على حساب تيسالي السكور ونقولوا لهم
صافي حيت ميطا غادي تسالي ديجا.
باور شوت من عند ايمن 100%.
ملي كنلاحظوا بلي راه الريد لاين متفاهم فهمتي واخا ضيعها قال ليه ماشي مشكل.
نقدروا نشوفوا دابا الاهداف باش نكونوا منصفين. الريد لاين ماركا 2 البيوت ايمن ماركا هدف واحد.
ماركا جوج مقشرات هو كيصفق فرحان. فهمتي الخدمه كلها دايره ايمن.
ولكن اخويا نرجعوا للفريق الاخر. كيفاش مهدي حلم ماركي جوج بيوت ويونس ما ماركي حتى شي بيت؟
يونس كيكا داكشي علاش
يونس
محتاج مهدي حلم يهزو على ظهره باش انه يقدر يماركي، حيت ما بلا مهدي ما غيقدر انه يدير والو. حنا عارفين يونس كيقول لي اصبر نستنى،
قال لك انا غنوريكم.
ورينا اخويا بغينا نشوفوا.
ولكن في الفريق الاخر ديال ريد لاين تيقول لنا ايمن هادشي كلشي بفضل الريد لاين.
انا صراحه كنلاحظ بلي راه الدراري بجوج ديال ريد لاين وايمن فهمتي كاين واحد المفاهمه، اما الاخرين كيبانوا لي فهمتي مطايفين مع بعضياتهم. كل واحد فيهم باغي يشا وكل واحد فيهم باغي يماركي هو. دونك هذا هو السبب بالنسبه لي.
بدايه المباراه الريد لاين خلف الكره في ضربه ركنيه تنفذ قصيره، حيت ما عندوش دائره بيان سور. الكره مع زياش عندك اكس مربع. كره مع حكيمي زياش الان. حكيمي الان من جديد. حكيمي تعود الكره مع زياش ولكن طال الكره في رجل زياش وبالتالي تضيع الكره. تعود الان.
دابا خويا الريفين بغيت نسولك على واحد القضيه. دابا ملي ريد لاين الساط عنده غير اكس مربع، علاش الساط عطينو مانيطه ديال بلاي 5؟ عطيو داك المانيطه ديال الاركيد عرفتي فين كيلعبوا بها ستريت فايتر فيها غير جوج بوطونات واللعيبه صافي.
وحده كتجري ثلاثه البوطونات، وحده تجري وحده.
لا وغيعطيو غير انالوج سبرينت فهمتي، غير يسبق الانالوج لاعب غادي اكسيلير.
اذا ولكن كيبقى الريد لاين ماركي هدفين في المباراه. تذكروا الجماهير الكريمه
ماتش ام في بي تال دابا الريد لاين
صراحه. الام في بي رغم الانتقادات ديال الجمهور والمعلقين وجميع صراحه هو واقف ضد الجميع. ماركي هدفين في المباراه. ريد لاين زعما صراحه شخصيه كبيره
صراحه. ما ممكنش نمشي ناخذ شي طلعه اخويا ريد. اش بالك نديروا شي تيم شو ماتش انا وياك
شي ندخلوا عليهم صافي.
اللي ربح غيتحدانا اخويا ريد.
مانيش يسال هادشي يمكن. الكره الان مع حكيمي.
لا ماشي دابا في شي بلاي الواقع ولا شي حاجه.
حكيمي هنايا نشوفوا حكيمي توزيعه. هذا ايمن. لا 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 لا. يا سلام يا سلام. هنا الريد لاين مقصيه رائعه من هذا اللاعب. شوف اي حاجه كانت زوينه ريد لاين.
اي حاجه فيها غتشير ريد لاين سونتراج صافي ايمن.
كره جميله كيتقدم هنا خطيره ولكن قردنا كيسترجع الكره اكس. لا هذا ايمن. وبالتالي هنا عندك يعطي اكس. هنا كره جميله 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 مع نصيري كيتوغل المربع والهدف. ريد لاين هداف البطوله.
فنان. كيفاش الفار؟ اش من
فار بلاتي فار.
شنو هو فار؟ الجول ما حبش مزيان ولا علاش غدير الفار بالضبط؟
اعاده نشوفوا. لا هدف سليم بعد العوده الى الفار. هدف سليم يعني هنا بدا البكا من الدقيقه هذه.
كيف ما هو متوقع صراحه.
كاين لاك
لا ماشي
يونس قدر دابا يمشي يلعب درافت
صراحه، حيت فهمتي كنت كنتسنى انه تعطل بزاف باش انه يبكي تاخذ 60 دقيقه كامله. صافي كنت كنتسنى انه يبكي من البيت الاول ما يبقى صبر هذا
تخيلي يمشي يلعب درافت يقول لهم كاين لاك
صلاح. لا خويا خليني نمشي للدار. انا عندي في الدار بلاي 5 برو ما كنلعبش بلاي 5 عادي انا. شي الناس فين وصلوا ماشي انا هو والو.
هذا هو الفرق بين الانترناسيونال
هذا اللي كيدير الفرق.
اذا هنايا كره مع قرد. هنايا نشوف انا عندي ثقه في يونس.
والرساله الموجهه ليونس الى متى اخويا؟
الى متى
غتبقى
اخويا؟ راه الفرقه فيها مهدي حلم ويونس. راه شويه بيكين على يونس.
لا انا ما كنهضرش على مهدي حلم حيت انا عارف مهدي
دابا
داير اللي في جهدو اكثر من جهدو.
مهدي في مهنه مدرب ديما ملي تيكون خاسر تيدير واحد البوز. دابا كيبدا يدوي مع اللاعبين.
كيدخل.
راه خاصنا نجيبوا له شي واحد يدوي معاه صراحه.
نديروا لهم شي بوز للساط ونخليهم يمشيو للباك ستيج يتناقشوا مزيان يحلوا المشاكل ديالهم.
تخاف يطيفوا؟
لا طايفون نكملوا الشو ماتش.
خطره مع نصيري ولكن هنا كترجع الكره مع رومان سايس وممتازه مع زياش. رابط جميله مع حكيمي هنا كيتقدم نصيري ما شافوش. توزيعه من عند لورد ايمن. هنا شي مربع
مربع اللي كاين الصراحه.
لا مربع في اكس هنا مع عند الريد لاين. مربع في اكس
يعني الريد لاين الصوت لو بوان.
شوف هنا شنو يعمل ولكن
شوف لو بوان اللي زوين اخويا الريد لاين اخويا.
ونقدروا نعرفوا بلا الوان.
سي كو ميم سي رضا مسكين عنده غير جوج ديال لي توش كيحاول انه يستعملهم كاملين.
ولكن هو
فهمتي مره كيتيري مره كيباسي مره كيدير
ضائعه بغرابه صراحه. ولكن شوف الريد لاين واخا حنا كنتقدوه باش نخرجوا احسن ما فيه.
صراحه هذاك هو لوبجيكتيف و جو بونس الصوت خدمتنا غدا مزيان لان السيد هو الهداف هو الام في بي
ماركي لينا 3 الاهداف
سالينا
يقدر يزيد دابا شي رابع
لا ما احترمتيش مهدي ملي قلت يقدر يزيد دابا شي
تخيل معايا الريد لاين بوحدهم ماركي اكثر منهم هما بجوج هذه صراحه كبيره هذه المعلومه هذه
ديروا شي حركه اخوتي ديروا شي حركه
اذا الكره منتهى رائعه عن طريق السيبري الناصيري تحريك الحارس وما زالت الكره والهدف
جول
الهدف واحتفالات احتفالات يعني من عند يونس وكذلك
من حقه بقى ليه ربع ساعه يقدر يرجع فيها في الماتش. شو ايمن ولا كيدير بلاير لوك، ايمن بدا كيحس بالصاد بدا كيشوف
صافي ولا لاعب بوحدو دابا
ولا لاعب بوحدو. رضا مسكين حتى ديك المربع اكس اللي كانت عنده الوحيده ما يبقاش يورك عليها.
خويا ممنوع بلاير لوك، لعب مع صاحبك
خويا تفاهم البارامتر،
لعب ممنوع بلاير لوك. جميله التعادل يضيع، التعادل يضيع في هذه اللحظات من جانب فريق ديال
يونس الساط مسكين موالف كيلعب سترايكر ار9 وكذا. جا دابا القنصيري كيصحابو راه غيلعب بنفس الكاليتي ماشي مشكل.
الله 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 الله
لا باس لا باس مهدي فنان في لي باس، ولكن يونس كيضرب الخدمه ديال مهدي في الزهر.
ريد لاين طلع معاه الصاد الان، ريد لاين جا الصاد من مورا المحاوله كيشوف راسو غيمشي وشي.
ريد لاين عارف راسو دابا غادي يطلع يماركي عاوتاني، يماركي الهدف الثالث ليه والخامس للفريق ديالو. ايمن كيحاول انه يدير كاع لي فور ديالو كامل باش انه يقدر يعطي
زياش او لا ضربه جزاء ضربه جزاء.
رجعوا للفار
الفار بلاتي نشوفوا ضربه جزاء الفار، بلاتي نشوفوا الفار.
لا شريتو
ضربه جزاء
ماشي مشكل ضربه الجزاء واضحه وصريحه.
يونس شري الفار ضاعت لا ما تماركت. ناري
والاحتفالات ديال يونس.
لا شوف الكاميرا يونس، شوف الكاميرا.
الفرحه ديال يونس وكانه يسجل اول اهداف ديالو في الحياه.
اذا هنايا 4-4. انا اصلا من صغري كنشجع يونس
ياك
واخا كان خاسر.
حتى انا صراحه ما فهمتش
احنا واخا كان خاسر كنا مطلعين عليه انايا من
ما يريز ولا ليز الصاط.
كنت كنخرج من المدرسه مع الخمسه باش نتفرج في يونس.
شنو نقول لك الصاط بالله راه نتيجه ما نقولش لك صعيبه مي متوقعه الصاط، حيت ايمن مسكين لاعب راسو واحد السيد معاه عنده جوج ديال لي
هذاك السيد راه ماركي 3 البيوت، راه ايمن اللي زرق
ماركي مقشرات.
لا
المهم بيوت قول لي البيت كيتحسب
محسوب. كره جميله
غير الماتش
الله قادمه هنايا كما يقول صديقنا معاذ لورد قادم. ان يكون
اللورد قادم
وجزة خطيره ولكن تضيع. اذا هنا اللورد قادم في هذه اللحظات يتقدم، ولكن
2 دقائق كافيه يجي شي بيت في 90 بيت في 90
هي
بيت في 90 سير خويا
فاط ضربة خطأ
لين
بمثابة ضربة جزاء.
غيماركي
بحال الهدف السادس ديال حكيمي في الاولمبياد. حكيمي خلف الكرة كيعطيها النصيري، لا ادري لماذا. النصيري خلف الكرة من اجل تسديد كرة
جول لا ونهاية المباراة ب4-4. النتيجة صراحة اللي
نهاية بالتعادل. مباراة التعادل.
شوف
لاعبين
واحد الريزولطا اللي غيكون مزيان للفريق بجوج، فهمتي. جو بونس على حسب المستوى اللي شفنا والنيفو اللي قدموا الدراري بجوج يستاهلوا التعادل، فهمتي. التعادل كيجيني منصف للفريق بجوج.
برافو عليهم، تصفيقات عليهم على هذا الاداء الجميل اللي داروا لنا هاد اللاعبين هادو. الاداء رائع جدا، لا من عند الريد لاين، لا من عند مهدي حلم، لا من عند ايمن الازمي، لا من عند يونس فيلالي. جميع اللاعبين يونس فيلالي ديما تلقاوه على انستغرام وكذلك على كيك. ريد لاين ديما على انستغرام وكذلك اليوتيوب. مهدي حلم ديما على انستغرام وكذلك اليوتيوب.
بالتالي واجد في كاع لي بلاتفورم هذاك، فهمتي. فين ما
كاينش ايمن الازمي نتمناو يبدا يستريمي دوما موجود على انستغرام باللورد ايمن. تبعوهم تفرجوا فيهم، الا بغيتوا تعلموا حويجات جداد. بيان سور ما تنساوش تبعوا حتى رشيني، واحد من الناس القلال في المغرب اللي كيوريك كيفاش تلعب. تبارك الله كيعرف يلعب.
اللهم بارك.
علاش
كتضحك علاش؟
ما عرفتش جدي نضحك لك هذه معلومه. بلاش انا نعاودها.
سير ماشي مشكل سير.
ما ديزوش في المونتاج.
ماشي مشكل نقطعوها ماشي مشكل.
هذه لايف. دونك حيتاش ارشيني كيعرف يلعب تبارك الله. دونك تا هو تبعوه في انستغرام ارشيني تي في. ولكن دابا الخوت سالا الشو ماتش بالتعادل احسن طريقه ممكن تسالي بها الشو ماتش. دابا غنمشيو نوجدوا الفينال ديالنا ما بينات نيكولاس وباشور، ولكن قبل ما نمشيو لهذا الفينال هذا ندوزو عند اوميزون.
نعم شكرا مروان، شو ماتش رائع صراحه، صدمت بالنيفو ديال اللاعبين بجوج. برافو عليهم، عطاونا طبق كروي الكتروني رائع. شكرا. ولكن الان غادي نكون عندنا واحد فتره استراحه قصيره ديال 5 دقائق باش ندوزو النهائي، والنهائي اللي غادي يكونوا من بعده مفاجآت كبيره، حضور شخصيات كبيره في عالم كره القدم. دونك الدراري بقاو معنا، ما تمشيوش فين ولا سيروا ضربوا دويره فيت في شربوا الماء، اللي بغى يمشي شي بلاصه ويرجع من دابا 5 دقائق باش ندوزو النهائي ونعرفوا بطل ديال موروكو جيمنج اكسبو 2025 في لعبه EAFC 25.
Gaming Expo tournaments are back.
صراحه حنا كالتيم كنلعبوا من شحال هادي شاركنا بزاف ديال التورنوات جلوبال وبزاف ديال الحوايج الحمد لله ترينينا وجينا وداك الشيء اللي كنا موجدينه راه درناه والحمد لله توفقنا وخدينا البطوله.
Gaming Expo tournaments are back.
صراحه حنا كالتيم كنلعبوا من شحال هادي شاركنا بزاف ديال التورنوات جلوبال وبزاف ديال الحوايج الحمد لله ترينينا وجينا وداك الشيء اللي كنا موجدينه راه درناه والحمد لله توفقنا وخدينا البطوله.
Gaming Expo tournaments are back.
صراحه حنا كالتيم كنلعبوا من شحال هادي شاركنا بزاف ديال التورنوات جلوبال وبزاف ديال الحوايج الحمد لله ترينينا وجينا.
هل انتم مستعدون للنهائي؟
Are you guys ready for the finals?
Let's go. الآن بداية ديال النهائي، نهائي لعبة EAFC بعد مشوار طويل، بعد يومين من الإثارة والتشويق والمتعة مع أحسن لاعبين وأبطال اللعبة في المغرب وفي العالم. الآن وصلنا للنهائي.
This is the finals of the EAFC here at the Moroccan Gaming Expo. I can tell everybody here is asleep, so one more time, if I can ask you, are you guys ready for the finals?
لا لا لا
Nice.
لا 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 لا. واش مستعدين للنهائي؟ تصفيقات حارة لهم. لا 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 عاوتاني ما عجبونيش هاد المرة.
It's okay, we can cut them some slack.
ياك.
This is the final, this is the game that we've been waiting for. We have our contestants ready. So first of all,
غنبداو باللاعب الأول اللي عندنا وصل للنهائي بدون خسارة، الفوز بجميع المقابلات. ثاني أحسن لاعب في لعبة EAFC هذا العام، حاضر معنا في موروكو جيمنج اكسبو وحاضر في هذا النهائي. تصفيقات حارة، نيكولاس. Are you ready to the final?
Yeah. Let's see how it goes against mine. It will be tough, but yeah, let's see.
Yeah, good luck. Good luck. Thank you so much, Nicolas.
okay, first player is on the stage. We still have one more all the way from the Netherlands. Let's hear it for Bashar! So far, undefeated here. That's obviously why you're in the finals. Does it make it a little bit more exciting that you're here now?
Yeah, of course. If you play a tournament, you always want to win it, and let's see if we can do it.
Okay, you say let's see if we can do it. I need a little bit more confidence. I need you to say I can do it.
Well, if you want to hear it, I can do it.
Okay, well that's, I guess, a little bit convincing. Good luck out there.
شكرا الباشور. شكون اللي غادي يفوز بهذا اللقب؟ واش باشور واش نيكولاس؟ هادشي اللي غادي نعرفوه بعد نهاية 90 دقيقة ممتعة بمستوى عالي جدا. لا نراه دائما بطولة مغربية، ولكن نراها الآن في موروكو جيمنج اكسبو مع معلقين رائعين كل من اللغة العربية، مروان وارتشيني.
90 minutes on the clock for these two players to go up one against the other to secure the title of the winner here at EAFC at the Moroccan Gaming Expo. I'm excited to be heading into the finals. I'm pretty sure the players are too, but let's head over to our casters for the finals. So guys, take it away.
Thank you very much. Here we go then. After an incredible couple of days here in Rabat, Morocco, it's down to our grand final, the $10,000 EAFC competition here at the MGE Expo is about to end, Mr. Dory, but we've got a massive grand final in front of us. It could have been multiple different scenarios. Our 4 international players made it through to the semi-finals, but now it is time for the big one, as we said. Nicholas versus Manu Bashir. How much are you looking forward to this one?
Looking forward to it. I've been looking forward to it from the start of this tournament. The final, we're finally there. Last game, Brandon, for us as well here in Morocco. I think we both had a great time, right? We're in Morocco. MGEX, the Morocco Gaming Expo, here in Rabat, organized by the Ministry of Youth, by Culture and Communication, and of course under the all-seeing eye of His Majesty the King Mohammed VI. So yeah, it's basically has been a tournament where we didn't really have the big upsets, I'd say. We pretty much could tell who's going to go through, and some games were, of course, 50-50s. But now this final, this is going to be a 50-50, like really 50-50, right?
Absolutely. I mean, look, the only time that the big international players have actually lost a game has been either in the knockout stages, or if you think back to yesterday, there was a couple of draws in there. Obviously, Manu and Umit drew a game in the group stages. Nicholas beat Tex in their matchup that they had. Tex dropped some points against Ayman in a 4-4 draw. Other than that, you are right, there hasn't really been any shocks. But this is the big one, the big grand final. Just over $5,000 guaranteed for a win here in Rabat, Morocco. And it would just not be a surprise that we were going to get an international name in the grand final, let alone 2 of them.
Maybe it's interesting also to see the graph of how they got to this final, because obviously these both players had to first go through the group stages, then a first knockout against both of them a Moroccan player. Eventually they faced up. It was Bachor against Tex, if I was not mistaken, and Nicholas against Umut, and that's the way they got into this final. Both these guys are actually ready, and we said both of them were actually just going on their business. They were just doing what they had to do, going a little bit under the radar as well. We didn't see too much of Nicholas. We didn't see too much of Manuel Bachor. So right now, I do think it's going to be an interesting watch, this final.
Well, for those that are tuning in as well from all around the world, across maybe watching on Nicholas's stream, or of course on the MGE X eSports stream on Twitch, on YouTube, let us know who you are backing to win this grand final. We are loading in as the headsets and earphones are on from both of these two.
They looked pretty locked in, I'd say. So I think we're going to start any second now, Brandon. Any early predictions from your side? Doesn't have to necessarily be a winner, just more of how the game is going to go.
Goals?
Goals, goals, goals.
Goals? More goals? I mean, in case you missed Nicholas's last semi-final, it was against Umit. Umit was 4-2 up with 10 minutes on the clock. Guess what happened? You blinked and Nicholas was 5-4 up and scored a match winner on the 89th minute of that game. But this is it. And we are officially underway for our grand final.
I'm saying first one to score is the one to win. What do you think of that?
First player to score wins. It could be Nicholas then on that hand. Because Desiree Douay has just scored after 2 in-game minutes.
Brandon, I really need that all in the final, all right?
Somewhere.
In the final, I need it.
I'll give it to you somewhere in there.
It's the least you can do. Here goes Mia Hamm now for Nicholas once again. Trying to double its lead, but falls back to Manu Bachor.
What a start from Nicholas. His hand goes up. He's paused the game. He's not happy with something. I think there's an issue with his controller. I mean, it worked well enough for him to score a goal, though, with Desiree Douay, didn't it?
I think he's just going to quickly, disconnect the controller and connect it again. Usually it works. Have you tried to turn it off and on again?
That's what they say, isn't it? But normally is the solve of the problem half the time, isn't it?
We'll see if that will do it for Nicholas. Technical issues can always be a part of course, in this game. We cannot be 100%. But it's the last game. It's the final. Actually pretty good, I think, for Manu as well. He has time to watch back that first goal. And Nico was pretty well started in that game. So pretty good start in that game. So might not be too bad for Manu that he is asking for the break. Would be interesting to hear what Nico has to say to the admin and to his coach. And also his coach as well is explaining what is happening in game. In there we see, of course, Renzo Mrousing. And on the other hand, we see Haitam the Goat, the Moroccan player, who played in multiple e-botolas, but this time he's a referee for us, Brandon, here in the MGEX Morocco Gaming Expo in Rabat for its second year in 2025, but its first year with an international team and an international crowd, and we're back on the way, Brandon.
Here we go, back on the way after a couple of issues there ironed out.
I'll ask in the chat if anybody has some questions for us, Brandon.
Which of these two do you think scored more goals in the competition so far?
Ooh, that's an interesting one. I think Nicholas had a few big games at the start, and then from there on against Umur also. I'd say Nicholas.
You would be right, Nicholas. Bagged 34 goals in the group stages. As he looks to bag another one here, Desiree Doué.
Desiree Doué with the shirt of Al-Ain.
Nicholas. 2-0 up in a grand final, and I mean, you wouldn't expect anything less, would you, from the Iceman? Might be on for a third hit. Pateas. Elise! 3-0 in 10 minutes. Nicholas is loving life in Rabat, Morocco.
He's on a rampage. 3 goals already.
He's on a rampage in Rabat.
That sounds good. Makes me think of some Peter Drury, Brandon. He's becoming as legendary as him. It's a Moroccan marvel. Drink it in Casablanca. Relish in Rabat. All aboard to Marrakesh Express. That was during Morocco's World Cup run. But I think a rampage in Rabat actually doesn't sound too bad as well.
Probably the first and last person to say that in a commentary of a EAFC final. What a start from Nicholas, who has been ridiculous so far in this competition, as we said. 4 out of 4 in terms of the group stages. He won every single game. He set the point record of 12 points. Came into the knockout bracket. And no surprises. Never looked back since that point.
Here comes Manu though. Good interception from Omar Dashfuri. Let me see if we've got some questions.
Mirham. There's a corner for Nicholas. That one played short. Messi. One more pass, Elise! 4! In 18 minutes. Nicholas. Unstoppable.
That's crazy. 4-0 already. 18 minutes in. Manu needs another sip of water. Brandon, you got some hype in the chat for you. Ahmed Dawan, he's been saying, Smith is on fire, I see.
I'm not playing, am I? But the luck he didn't see me playing in the show matches. God. Whose stream are we on?
This is the MGX stream that I'm watching
stream
right now. I see some Let's Go Manu.
Question for the chat. You're 4-0 down. I know it's Manu Bashir. I know he's won a world championship before. Can he do this against Nicholas, though? It's a big old ask, isn't it?
I can see Loquitas 99 in Nicholas' chat is asking, ¿De cuánto es el premio? How much do they get?
$5,000, just over that, I believe.
Yeah, it will be 50,000 dirhams, which translate roughly into $5,000. And Nicholas, he wants the full cake. He wants everything. He doesn't leave one crumb of bread left for Manu Bachore. Que crack, Nicolas. I love the Spanish chat. Sí, es la final, amigacho.
Something tells me that Nicholas might be welcome back into Morocco next year with open arms if he can keep playing like he is here.
Oh, good interception here.
4-0 he leads, he's surely not on for a fifth. Messi!
Manu needs a goal, man. Otherwise, this might be dusted already. Against Nicholas, it's hard enough already to come back into your game, but actually Nicholas on the attack again.
Oh, Nicholas, Salise! Stop that time, it could have been even worse. The number 4 ranked player in the world. The most consistent. No matter where he plays the AFC in Argentina, London, to Saudi Arabia, and here in Africa.
There's plenty of people as well in the chat of text asking questions. What about the 4-4-1-1 and the 4-4-2? Is this the same formation? Is it different? Somebody's telling us he got 12 wins last weekend. Was expecting an invite to the tournament.
Hang on.
12 wins to get into this tournament.
I mean, if you came to this tournament with 12 wins and you get pub against Nicholas, good luck to you.
GG's, I'll say. You can see Dixon in there. But now, Rafael Leao. Back to Olise. Olise goes to Messi. Messi to Cantona. He's trying to find some space, and he needs that space because he needs a goal. Messi, 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 Messi still, Messi still. Messi got past Sesko. Now there's opportunity to player lock. But Rodri was there to pick it up.
That one comes in and goes wide.
The final, Brandon, the final game of this tournament.
Just looking here. As Nicholas has come forward again. There's only been 3 times in Nicholas's career where he's been at LAN in a final where he's lost. Do you know what those 3 games were?
Umut World Cup.
Umut World Cup's one.
The PlayStation final of the FIFA World Cup 2018 against Pino, I think it was.
I think Barcelona.
All right, Barcelona as well.
Barcelona against Tex. And the other one was a FUT Champions final against MS Dasari on a cross-console platform. I think that one might have been in London in the winter of maybe 2018 or 2019. Other than that, every time Nicholas has been in a grand final in a 1v1 setting at LAN, he has been a champion, whether that's been in the Liga FC Pro, an E-Champions League.
That E-Champions League was crazy. It was against Bonano.
Nicholas looking for 5, he's just offside. Wouldn't have mattered anyway.
We've got a question for you in the chat.
Oh God.
Will you come back to the US?
Who was that from? Will I come back to the US? I would love to come back to the USA. I mean, World Cup next year, maybe? Elise. Elise still. Eventually is dispossessed and 4-0 Elise. I mean, my time in the US came up at the right time because I wouldn't be able to be here with you. And the Morocco Gaming Expo.
You wouldn't want to miss this for the world.
Extra pass, Manu. Elise red time shot, lots of button jamming and pressing in that box. You were in the USA, weren't you?
Yeah, I was working there as well. But nothing gaming or FIFA related. Under him, right? Hit it in. Just trying to enjoy my time just before work.
4-0, Nicholas leads at half-time, or it could be even more before we get there. Added time of 1 minute is near enough play. That will be played. Half-time, the Iceman is looking cold as ever. It might be heating up here in Rabat, Morocco. But it's cool, calm, and composed as ever from Nicholas.
Now, one Liam Celtic is saying, I've got my usual 9 wins. Where's my invite? Must have been lost in the mail.
Honestly, guys, I wouldn't bother. In the nicest way possible. Going from FUT Champs to pro events is night and day. It is night and day.
Different gravy, different sauce. Sitting here.
I mean, people. Sorry to interrupt, Keem. I don't think people realise how good these guys are compared to being at home and playing champs.
I think so as well. These guys are basically playing champs with their eyes closed. Basically, I'd say.
Imagine playing squad battles, but on a difficulty that's probably 5 times harder than Legendary. Is it Legendary or Ultimate?
Could be. I don't play squad battles anymore.
If I get a featured team one more time, you might play again.
I did remember that. It's multiple years now that you have your featured team.
Full goalkeeper team normally.
You're giving the free win to the community.
Just giving someone a reason to play in the summer. Get a few free wins. We're back on the way on this one, Nicholas. I mean, look, Manu needs no introduction of how good of a pro player he is. If he can grab the next goal and start building some momentum, then who knows?
Here goes another chance for Nicholas, but a good interception by Vitinha. Now Rafael Leao plays it through to Benzema, but it's Olise.
Is this one back for Manu? Elise! There's one!
One goal Ali is back in for Manuel Bajor. But he needs more than that, Brandon. He needs a lot more.
He needs 3 more, doesn't he? Before he can even start dreaming of a comeback. Do it. Elise! Nicholas! Back in front with 4-goal leads. Was it ever in doubt, Mr. Dory?
Not really. We just keep pushing and keep trying, but now Manu is going to put on the full jets, full press forward, trying to get that ball off of the man as fast as possible so he can steam forward and try to get that goal to start. I would say a hard battle, but it's almost a lost battle.
Those players as well. I know we're, sounding very much pro Nicholas at this point, but the scoreline backs it up. You're not just playing against him; you're playing against the name value of him.
There we go.
There's another. Well, maybe Manny Bashor might not care too much about that. There's another one back. It's still a 3-goal gap between the two, and there is a lot of time left to be played still. 6 minutes of real-life time left to be played. Of course, 9-minute halves here at the Morocco Gaming Expo.
To watch out of these counter-attacks. Nicholas can be deadly.
He's going aggressive, isn't he? But he can be made to pay. Difficult because you know that time is running out. And you're not going to get many chances, are you?
You know you have to push forward, but the moment you start pushing forward too much, Brandon, you open up the spaces in behind, which will make it even easier for Nicholas to cut through your defense. Here is one of those opportunities.
Do it. On for a hat-trick. Desiree Douy offloads it to his fellow Frenchman in Elise! Nicholas! That's another one onto his tally.
What a goal. What a goal once again, Brandon. The dribbles, the switches in the box. He was dancing. He was playing with Manu at a certain point. And eventually onto the left foot of Olise to make it, once again, a 4-goal deficit. 6-2 in this final. And yes, they aren't playing with unlocked accounts. They have to play their own account. They have to use their own accounts in this tournament. Yes, there are a few players that are banned. We had 10 players that were banned in this tournament as well. We could not use them. But in the end, we have to say and we have to be honest, Nicholas has been on business. Every single time it was money time, he was there, he stood up. And now it seems like he's cruising to this $5,000 check that he will get for his first place.
I don't know where that will compare, Hakeem, for him against his multiple other prize pots that he's won in his time.
I mean, it's 5,000 closer to that million, Brandon.
You are correct. This would take him over $940,000 this man has earned for playing competitive FC. If he can place well, which no doubt he will at the Esports World Cup, he could break $1 million and be the first ever pro player from EAFC to achieve that.
Don't forget us. If you're going to Saudi for the Esports World Cup, you will remember these $5 grand. They will come in handy for his total. Theo Hernandez finds Bobby Charlton, and now I think it's just, for Nicholas, it's just about playing this game out, not conceding too many goals, not letting Manu back into his groove. But here goes on attack. A layoff to Olise, but a great block by Romelu Lukaku.
Well, we hope you have enjoyed the EAFC gameplay across the last 2 days here from Rabat, Morocco. Messi. Elise! No way through on that occasion.
This is a foul. I think this is game, Brandon. This is game 6-2 in the 75th minute. If he comes back from this one...
If he comes back from this, I'll quit my job.
On the spot.
I'll never commentate a game of the AFC again. If he scores 4 goals in 15 minutes.
That's quite a
I would
statement.
love to see it, but I just don't see it with how Nicholas is playing right now.
Ooh,
as he adds a 7th onto the tally.
Well, now it's 5 goals, so I think you're better safe.
I'll be holding on to the job for a little bit longer.
For now.
Just have a little look. Nicholas is on his way just this year on to just off touching $150,000 in prize earning. And that's before a ball has been kicked in Riyadh at the Esports World Cup, which he will be involved in, the best 32 in the world. He doesn't need to score again, does he?
But why not?
But this is Nicholas, who will not care at all. His second time in a grand final this year at LAN. The opposite time was in the Liga FC Pro finals this year, where he was able to beat Resende. 5 goals to 1 there. Knocked out Emre Yilmaz in the process. And although he's had a good month off or so between the Champions League and coming out to Rabat, Morocco, this is the perfect momentum boost for him. Heading into the Esports World Cup in basically about a month's time from today. I'm sure he won't be taking his foot off the gas from this point onwards, will it?
Manu still has some work to do to get into that same World Cup. He's in the play-ins. As it stands today, at least.
He's in a better position than those that have got to go through the last chance qualifier, where they're playing for spots upon spots. Here's Desiree Doué.
Great tackle there from Mbadashvili. And now then, Manu. Just fully honest. Oh, it's quite a weird chip, Brandon.
The finesse would have been a bit too obvious, wouldn't it?
Rafael Leao. And just like that, we are moving into the last minute of this Morocco Gaming Expo esports tournament here in Rabat.
Added time to follow, just a minute of additional time here in Rabat. And it looks as if out of the 10 players that travelled out here to Africa, it will be Nicholas that crowns himself as champion once again. Your champion here in Rabat, Morocco. 7-2 victory against Mali Bashor. Trademark Nicholas. Cool, calm, composed, and everything of the above.
What can we say, Brandon? Wonderful game plan. Started out after 20 minutes, 4-0. You know it was basically done, but you never know. You can never give up, obviously, being Manu. And he did came back with 1 goal, maybe a second. But Nicholas was just relentless today.
Absolutely incredible. Nicholas is your 2025 Morocco Gaming Expo champion here in Rabat. We knew that this was going to be bigger. We knew there was more prize money. 4 international players, 6 homegrown Moroccan talents, all involved here, Hakeem. And look, he does it again, Nicholas. He's getting closer and closer to the big 1 million, isn't he?
One step closer, 5,000 extra into his pocket. And now he can finally work towards that Esports World Cup.
He can. Let's hear from him now if we can. He's joined by our host team. An absolute pleasure commentating with you, Mr. Dory. Congratulations to Nicholas.
Microphone to be switched on. Hello, test 1, 2, 3. Can you guys hear me? Either way. Hello? All right, it's working now. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuned in. Thank you as well for those people sitting here. Congratulations, Nicholas, on a win. That was pretty dominant from your end. How does it feel that you've claimed the title here as the first international on Moroccan soil?
Yeah, first international tournament here in Morocco and first win. So I'm starting really well here. But yeah, I think I played really well. And that's it. It was simple, like.
It was simple.
No, I mean, to explain is simple, but yeah. I think we both played well, and I think I scored my chances at the beginning. I was really accurate, but yeah, that's it.
In general, when it comes to the competition that you've had here, because you've been up against some of the Moroccan players, you've played the international players, how would you say the level has been for you?
I think the usual for the international tournaments. I mean, in the sense, like when you go for different tournaments, like you have different people from around the world, so they have their own style. Like Morocco style is more like player locks and play really fast and that stuff, and also the usual for Tex, Manu, Umut, and I think was the same level, I think.
And your experience so far here in Morocco, how has it been to just like get on the stage, play, see some of your fans that aren't necessarily from Europe?
Yeah, it's. I think that's it's different than Europe. Here, the crowd it's crazy. Also, the people is very kind. That I'm so happy for being here, and yeah.
Any final words you would like to share with your fans, whether those watching or those in the crowd?
No, for the people here, thank you for the support. Thanks for support all the players. So also, and thanks for hosting the tournament.
Thank you so much for your interview, and congratulations once again, everybody, one last time. That's it from us over here on the interview. We're going to be heading over to Omizo, and he's going to be closing out the show, so take it away.
شكرا جيني، شكرا نيكولاس، شكرا للاعبين اللي كانوا حاضرين معنا في بطولة موروكو جيمنج اكسبو. تصفيقات حارة لهم كاملين، 10 ديال اللاعبين من أحسن اللاعبين في لعبة EFC من مغاربة ومن العالم كانوا هنايا في هذا الستيج الرائع في النسخة الثانية من موروكو جيمنج اكسبو. الآن غندوزو لتسليم الجوائز، ولتسليم الجوائز غادي نعيطوا لكل من وزير الشباب والثقافة والتواصل. تصفيقات حارة مسيو مهدي بن سعيد غيكون حاضر معنا لتسليم الجوائز، وغادي نعيطوا نعم رئيس الجامعة الملكية المغربية للألعاب الإلكترونية. وفي الأخير غادي نعيطوا لو سكرتير جينيرال دو ديبارتمون دو لا كومونيكاسيون حتى هو يكون حاضر معنا لتسليم الجوائز. تصفيقات حارة اليوم، تصفيقات لأنه بفضل وزارة الشباب والثقافة والتواصل، بفضل الجامعة الملكية المغربية للألعاب الإلكترونية حضروا كبار ديال هذه البطولة. شكرا 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 شكرا. تفضلوا معايا هنايا باش ندوزو لتسليم الجوائز. الآن عندنا المركز الثالث هو الفائز اللي غنخليوه مفاجأة في المركز الثالث، واللي فاز ب20,000 درهم. تصفيقات حارة وكبيرة. والفائز المركز الثالث يموت يحضر معنا من فريق ريد بول. تصفيقات حارة كبيرة عليه، مثل فريقه أحسن تمثيل. كونغراتوليشن كونغراتوليشن. فوز المركز الثاني ثالث اعتذر 20,000 درهم لتسليم الجائزة في المركز الثالث سكرتير جينيرال دو ديبارتمون دو لا كومونيكاسيون. تصفيقات حارة ليه مرة أخرى كبيرة ورائعة. صورة تذكارية. Thank you so much أموت. Thank you. والآن نمر للاعب الثاني اللي شاهدنا في النهائي لسوء الحظ ديالو كان ضد خصم كبير اللي هو نيكولا، واللي قدم مستوى كبير وقصى أبطال مغاربة، ولكن قال شخصيا قعر أبطال كبار في المغرب ولاعبين مغاربة اللي تاهما كنوجهوا لهم تحية لأنهم قدموا مستوى كبير في هذه البطولة في اليوم الأول واليوم الثاني من نسخة EAFC. تصفيقات حارة وكبيرة للباشور. كونغراتوليشن. لتسليم الجائزة المركز الثاني رئيس الجامعة الملكية المغربية للألعاب الإلكترونية سي هشام الخليفي. والمركز الثاني واللي فاز 30,000 درهم اللاعب الرائد. صورة تذكارية. Thank you so much. Thank you. والآن في المركز الأول وبطل هذه النسخة من لعبة EAFC، ثاني أحسن لاعب في العالم وفرض الوجود ديالو في هذه البطولة وفاز نتائج كبيرة وبسهولة، من هذا الشيء علاش كنعتبروه من أحسن اللاعبين في هذه اللعبة. عندنا شرف باش يكون حاضر معنا في بطولة موروكو جيمنج إكسبو. تصفيقات كبيرة للبطل ديالنا نيكولاس. ولتسليم الجائزة وزير الشباب الثقافة والتواصل لتسليم الجائزة للبطل بطل موروكو جيمنج اكسبو في لعبة EAFC. تصفيقات حارة مرة أخرى لنيكولاس. واللي الصورة التذكارية الأخيرة وتصفيقات حارة لكم لمديرة معرض المغرب لصناعة الألعاب الإلكترونية. تصفيقات حارة مدام نسرين السويسي اللي عطاتنا هذا المعرض الرائع، مجهودات كبيرة. تصفيقات مرة أخرى. تصفيقات. شكرا شكرا. تعطينا صورة تذكارية مع اللاعبين والأبطال في 3 المراكز. شكرا 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 جزيلا. صورة تذكارية مع اللاعبين المغاربة اللي حاضرين معنا وتصفيقات حارة لهم، كل من حسن، كل من فخر، ادم، كلهم يلتحقوا بنا لانهم حتى هما خاصهم يكونوا حاضرين معنا لانهم كانوا دازوا من اقصائيات كبيره وكانوا حاضرين معنا وهما ابطال ديال هذه اللعبه. على ما اظن غيكونوا حاضرين معنا. نعم قالنا ما كاينينش، ما جاوش، لا ما جاوش. دونك شكرا لهم، ولكن شكرا تصفيقات حاره لهم لانهم حاضرين معنا. ثانك يو سو ماتش. ثانك يو سو ماتش. ثانك يو سو ماتش ادم. شكرا لكم الحضور. شكرا. هما جاو وصلتني المعلومه، يعني قالوا لي رجعوا. شكرا لكم. نعتذر. رائعين. ادم، فخر، حسن رايت، لاعب فريق ام دي جي اس، لاعب فريق فتح الرياضي 16 سنه، لاعب اللي سينا عقد احترافي الاخير، بطل بطوله. وحسن رايت لاعب فريق ام دي جي اس سبورت. صوره تذكاريه الاخيره صراحه وما نساوش تروفي اللي غادي يعطيه. نعم نعطيو لا كوب. نعم نعطيو نيكولا come here please for the trophy. Thank you so much. تفضلوا معايا. Thank you. هنيئا. Congratulations نيكولا. Champion for Morocco Gaming Expo 2025. شكرا لهم، شكرا للاعبين، شكرا للمنظمين اللي قدموا لنا مستوى كبير. الآن وصلنا لنهاية اليوم الرابع من موروكو جيمنج اكسبو 2025. شكرا للمعلقين، كل من مستر دوري، كل من براند سميث، كل من مروان، كل من ارتشيني، ادم اللي كانوا حاضرين معنا في التعليق. شكرا للجمهور الرائع اللي كان حاضر معنا في هذا اليوم الرابع. كونوا في الموعد غدا ان شاء الله في اليوم الخامس والاخير من بطوله موروكو جيمنج اكسبو في لعبه فالورانت. شكون غيكون الفائز ديالها؟ تيم تو جلوري او لا فويد ووركرز؟ هادشي اللي غادي نعرفوا. تهلاو ليا في ريوسكم والى اللقاء.